right, guys, welcome back to the Imaxit YouTube platform. Let me know if my internet coming through. Let me know if my mic coming through on time. Let me know if everything is running. All right, so we can go through the post match. All right, so we can get the pasta back on and everything. So drop your comment in the screen on the screen so I can know that you're here and it's working. I still think YouTube giving a bunch of problems because I'm trying to load something here that's giving me all sorts of chaos. All sorts of chaos. All right, all sorts of chaos. So I think it's just YouTube giving its problem. I honestly believe so, that it's YouTube is the problem, because both of my internet checks are perfectly running. I am trying to set up everything now, so hopefully you guys are okay. Welcome to the Imaxit YouTube channel. If you're new, please do smash the like button, share, and subscribe. We're trying our best to break down the Jamaica game, Jamaica versus Mexico. That's what we're trying to do here. All right. So we saw we have Mr. Damian McGregor in the building. Massive respect. Yeah, man. All right. So it looks like it reached one and few per. Just McGregor alone commented. So I guess all the others have not gotten the information as yet. All right. We have just started a stream. Let me know if you're hearing me well, McGregor. Let me know if the sound is coming through well enough for you. All right. Just put a thumbs up if you're hearing me well. All right. Let me put it right here in the chat. It looks like people not hearing me. All right. Umzo said I'm good. All right, thank you, Umzo. That is very much generous of you. I don't know why the next 6 people seems to lost that ability to just let me know that I'm good or not, you know. Yes, because it's not on my side. So obviously, and I'm doing this for you guys. So yeah, all right. So yeah, so we had touched early on. Let me bring up the additional screen. I will try and get back Pastor on the program. Yes, I will try and get back Pastor on the program, but just give me a little time. Yes. All right. Let me put the additional screen right here. Pastor, give me a little moment. Let me sort this out. Yes, just get everything running for the people, and they can decide if it's running for them. All right. So everyone saying that it's good. Thanks for the subscription. Thanks for everything. Yeah, man. Sound better. Sound a lot better. That means it's not as good as what you want. All right. So, but you said it's sound a lot better. All right. As a shareholder, okay, well, I that's what I'm saying. So, anyways, let me start back where we stopped. Heimir Hallgrimsson, he's in the title. He did made a few statements. He said that it was an entertaining game, solid defensively. Second ball in the period where we conceded the goal was the problem for him. But he thought that we competed in the style that he wanted, in the system that he wanted. All right. So entertaining game, I would say yes, it was an entertaining game. Solid defensively, that is where I have a slight problem, because where I broke it down the last time is to say that this 15-minute spell that he's talking about, the second balls only, I thought that it was the entire game. It was not a 15-minute spell. But because maybe he was on the sideline, he couldn't really see exactly what's taking place. So that's why maybe he has the belief to think that it was only 15 minutes. But the entire game, the second bar was the biggest problem. Their actual system that they were trying to play was a 1-3-2. What I mean by that is to start from the back line, go to Mikel Antonio, then the unrushing midfielders will get engaged. And that never worked until way in the game, around 60 plus minutes in the game, that actually fully worked. So if you ask me if his system worked, I would say no, his system never worked. We still competed because we had the attitude going out there. That's what I can say as it relates to the competitive side. All right. Solid defensively, I would say we have brilliant individuals there, but I don't like that style that we give them wings to work into, like it's just free wings, take it or leave it. I don't like that. So for me to say that we were solid defensively, I thought that we only played in 50% of the area of the defense, which I'm talking the width of it. Thought that we only played to marshal our 18-yard backs. We gave them free rein, and Lambekis had to do even more work because of that situation. All right, and we lost the midfield for the entire 90 minutes. So with that said, we competed. That's the only word I can use. We competed and we tried. All right. Yes, but I thought that Mexico did whatever they wanted whenever they wanted. All right. Yes, I honestly believe that's how the game worked. And I never really liked this statement as it relates to what like you're conceding before the game start that you can't compete with Mexico in midfield. I thought that's what I got from his actual analysis of the first analysis. I remember he never got a chance to watch the game, so he doesn't see it from the advantage point of us, because we can see it from the TV, so it's clearer to us. All right, so I will give him a time when he sees it again to see if he's going to change his statement. All right. Yeah, but I never really liked that because I thought that we could have competed. We have the players them. I thought that he doesn't trust every one of the players them. That is a different conversation. All right, good morning to everyone coming in. Make sure to hit the like button, share, and subscribe. We are doing our third post match because we had some technical difficulties. I think it's from the YouTube side and not necessarily my side. All right, yes. So that's what the coach said. I gave the coach a 5.5 in this one because I thought that he never really, because him saying 15 minutes alone, he saw that problem with the second ball. I think that is to cover up his failure of his system today on of the play. Because if you look at what his system was, which is the 1-3-2, you realize that it never really worked because Mikel Antonio did work in isolated patches and he was very good doing that, but the link-up plays weren't coming. So that was the Bobby Reed and also Casey Palmer. It wasn't coming at the rate that they wanted to stay as effective as possible in the game, and that's why we had like big patches of the game that we are not really in the game. We are just defending pretty much. That's why, because his system never really worked, to be honest. Up, Juras, massive respect. Thanks for being here. Perks of a member, you can talk to JD in anywhere you want. Okay, well, you do what you want. You seems to be a bad man. Yes, so big up, people. Let me know. Give me a rating for the coach. The coach's actual game overall, like what you saw, what he did, all the tactics, everything, and give me his interview, because I gave him a 5.5. I thought that he tried to cover himself based on his statement right there, because let me go to the statistics on the screen just to show you. All right. Bless up, Father Bling, Jerome, massive respect. Mitran said a full Jamaican squad with a good coach beat Mexico last night. I'm not going to jump to say a full Jamaican squad with a better coach beat Mexico last night. I still believe that they would have needed time, and you have to understand the system is hard to fight against the Mexican system. It will need time. That is true. But I would say that a full Jamaican squad with a better coach would have been less fearful of Mexico right there, because you're conceding things before the game start, and that tells me you're not showing the midfield enough. You don't have enough respect in the midfield right there, and that is my biggest problem. All right. So 4. Where's Pasta? We're trying to get him on. We're trying to get him on 3, 6, 3. All right. Nice. Let me try and get Pasta the link. All right. Let me try and get Pasta the link so he could come on. All right. Can you stop bully the program, Big Boss? It takes a little while for me to get everything together in it, sir. All right. Yes. So the game, let me tell you how the game ended. The game ended 39. Oh, they gave Jamaica 1 more percent. 39 to 41 to 61%. This was 62 to 38 last night. 20 shots to 13. 1 big chance to 0. So even a chance that you thought that was a big chance, which is a glancing header from Shamar Nicholson, it wasn't a big chance based on what they're saying right here, which I agree with them. It wasn't a big chance for me. All right. Touches in the penalty area, 30 to 15, so double from them. Throw-ins equal. entries 52 to 62. So definitely majority of this entry picked up in the last second of the game, which Mexico just sealing off their 1-0 win to counter there. So even though you would see the entries, I think the entries can be a little bit misleading right there. So I have to make sure I put the context to that right there. Yeah, majority of Mexico's entries were in the time when both teams are going at it. All right, so I would say Mexico's entries are more effective for me right there. All right. The defensive duels 68% to 61%, which is nice. I like what I saw right there. I like what I saw right there. Tackles 18 to 19, like that. Interception 10 to 11. Recoveries 60 recoveries for Jamaica to 58 right there. Clearances 35 to 30 right there. Saves 8 to 4 saves. And majority of those saves came into the last part of the game when they're trying to close out the game. All right. Yes. So you see it. So let me know what you give the performance before I get into it. I'm trying to get to Pastor so you guys can chop it up with him as well. The coach cripple him own attack when him take out them not even score yet. Madness. All right. You gave us great quality all the time, so I expect nothing less. Okay, sir. No problem. StreamYard. Let me get the StreamYard link right here. First half was not that bad. The second half was crap. Coaches get a 2.5. He's not tactical and can't make good change. But all right, let me bring something different to the table before we get into the deep dive. How much you think that Jamaica have a problem on coaches, like the forcing of players in the team? Because I want to look from different sides. Because over the years, we have always heard coaches complain about how they don't get to truly pick their team at the full levels. You think that this is happening in this team? Because I don't want to jump up and just blame him completely, because I saw that several others had that problems before. So maybe it's just what he has to work with. Just trying to flip something to it. Just trying to flip something to it. All right. Are you guys blaming him fully? Let me know. All right. Pastor, I've sent the link to you. Okay. Hopefully you get it. From the get go, we had attacking deficiencies. Bobby Reed did not impress me at all. As usual, our midfield was tacky, very bad. All right, so that's from Jack Drummond. Then we have DJ Geek said, Imaxit, based on what you saw in the game, do you think Anderson would make a difference? Yes. I thought that Anderson would have made a difference. Maybe we still would win the game, but maybe we'd have some more control of the game, because we never had any control of the game at no time. We only had one spell in the entire game, which was the 45th minute. Was from the 45th minute to the 45th minute to the 45th minute to the 45th minute to no, I'm not taking any calls. No, I'm not taking any calls. This is just my post match with me and Pastor. All right. Hope you guys understand. It's just me and Pastor doing this. With what I have in my head, because I have a lot of things and I only have 2 hours to do it. So I don't think I can share the limelight today. All right. If you hope you guys understand. I will do an extreme where people can call in, but I have so much things in my head that I want to get out, and I know that's what my channel is based off. So just please give me a chance to get them out, and that's why I've changed up a lot of things, because I want to freely speak and all the things I'm in my brain. Because sometimes I go back and it gives me PTSD because I didn't get a chance to get them out. And that's what people like my channel for, is me breaking down things, So just give me the chance. At least every stream, just give me that stream for me to just say my piece. All right? Yes. Pastor, go ahead, big boss, before we can jump deep dive. All right?
Yes. Good to be back. The conversation that we ended on is that the coach in his post match clearly outlined what his strategy has been, and that opens up pretty much a lot of question and pretty much puts the responsibility for the loss on the coach and what he continued to employ. So for me, I think the player quality is better than the performance or the output, and the coach needs to find a way to get the best out of the quality of the players that he has. As we look at the game, JD,
Mm-hmm.
when you play 28 minutes of a half where the competition is basically giving as good as it gets, you are pretty much operating a little bit above 50% that you can get a positive result in that half, a little bit above 50%. But at the same time, your opponent can also get a positive result. If you take the other 20, 15 and 7, 22 minutes, you're basically looking at you're basically looking at them having the upper hand. To hear from the coach that he gave them that upper hand is sad in my mind. Because as a player going out there, I would want my coach to have full confidence in me executing and getting the best result for the team. But if you're going to pretty much hamstrung me by not being confident in my ability, though I have showcased that ability season after season at a high enough level for others in the world to recognize me. I have to question the policy. I saw in the chat early on this in the stream, the short stream that you posted, one commenter echoing a sentiment that I feel is worthy of examining. Is it really Grim making the calls? Because JD, when you take into consideration the qualifications of Grim and the team that he brought in, the goalkeeping coach is highly qualified. His assistant coach in Wall is highly qualified. When you take all those things into consideration, how do you get to that level and make these? I don't want to be rude, but let me use a simple adjective. This is kindergarten practice. Those decisions amount to an underdeveloped, underdeveloped person within a capacity. It don't add up. The decisions are not matching the qualifications of the coaches.
Okay. Uh, all right, all right. What the point here, Pastor? Ricardo Baggio said, I don't think nobody's picking the team for the coach. I think he's just trying to please local fans by throwing in Low, who honestly wasn't needed. The changes should have been Cephas and Anderson. All right, I totally agree with that. That maybe not Cephas, but Anderson would have been needed, and I could see the need for Cephas. Yes, I could see the need for Cephas. But I want to because we want to move to the player ratings. I want to complete this in an order that we had. The importance of Mikel Antonio, Pastor, and people in the chat. Because I had around 4 persons texting me. One, you have some crazy people that text me at times, and I have to say crazy because some takes that they have. The one that really spazzed me off was to say that Kaim Dixon needed to start for Mikel Antonio, and I had to. I never wanted to be disrespectful, but those are the things that make me almost want to be disrespectful. Sometimes you have to be very much educated. Kaim Dixon is not 5% as good as Mikel Antonio, or not even 5% where Mikel Antonio is. We have to always factor in something called system that a coach is playing, a role that you're playing in the system, and also your actual ability. So, Mikel Antonio did what he had to do. They were playing a 3-2-1 system. So, attack defensive third to attacking third, midfielders come up to join them. They failed in the joining of the midfielders coming up to join them. Did Mikel Antonio not battle for all the balls, win all the fouls, link up plays, and also score on the day? But it was dubbed offside. I thought that I saw all of those things. So based on what I saw, Mikel Antonio was actually one of the best players. Them stop looking for your local hope, and also just have a person come on in a time when they have nothing to do more than just try to go and run up and down and kick ball with no structure, nothing at all to grade with actual players that are at their A level of football. Stop this foolishness. It is not a conversation that we should have because it makes no sense. It makes no sense. There is not one place on earth except Jamaica. Kaim Dixon would have even come in a conversation to actually start with Mikel Antonio. If Kaim Dixon started yesterday and they played the same system, Jamaica under 3 before the first 15 minutes because Mikel Antonio was the only outlet Jamaica had in the overall game, and that was the overall plan. Mikel Antonio was the plan. So if you're going to say Jamaica played good and you don't say Mikel Antonio played good, you know nothing about football. Because that was the sole plan. He was the actual 3 to link to the 2. Not Bowser. Him was the actual 3 to link to the 2. So he was the whole system yesterday. All right. So if you don't see that, you know nothing about football. And if you ask this coach, he will tell you the exact thing without I know anything about him. And I said that yesterday. So you can't say because I listened to this press conference. I did go and listen to his press conference, but I just got the confirmation because I had my video when he was doing his thing. So people, understand football before we disrespect some of these players, because some of these players are actually doing their actual shift. Their actual shift. Without Mikel Antonio on that field, we might be under 5-6 love very, very easily. I think we're under sure 3 love very, very easily. All right? It was the only person that changed the tide of the game was Mikel Antonio. Dexter Lembekisi put in some wicked crosses. Deshaun Bernard had to be defending because we weren't doing anything. All right, so talk in context, man. If you want rate a player, you rate a player. But if it comes on to football, it don't make no sense. That conversation make no sense. None whatsoever. None. Go ahead, Pastor.
I watched Mexico dominate the game, the first 15 minutes of the game. Mikel Antonio won Jamaica 4 free kicks in the first 15 minutes of the game. 4. I believe the referee did not have any cards in his pocket because in present day football, you're not allowed to tackle through the back of any player, which was done to Mikel Antonio 3 of the 4 times in the first 15 minutes of the game. Now, if a player is winning you 4 free kicks in the first 15 minutes of the game, and that player did not play good or is not good, you don't have a team. Because he's the one doing the work for the entire team. He wins the fouls. He presses back the defense. He's the only person that seemingly is able to, even when he's not totally free, use his Herculean strength to win the ball. And this happened for the duration of the time he was on the field. He never had a secondary play. He won the ball and had nobody to give it to for the duration of the time he was on the field. Not just in the first 15 minutes.
All right, sir.
So,
Pastor. One second.
for everybody who was calling,
finishing up,
for everybody
Pastor, let me
who,
go to the comment section.
Yes,
because they're
go.
rushing in. All right,
Go.
so Jamaican Guna, big up yourself. Everyone that's coming, big up yourself. Antonio keeps crippling the movements. That's what Warrior says. So what movement we had? What movement we had? Warrior, I'm struggling. This is the first half. We tried 165 passes. They had two under 300. What movements we actually have? What movements we truly have? Warrior 777. What you see in the system to say that? Please educate me. Please educate me. Antonio, I do all the work and people beat him. All right. And Father Blink says, no, no. And it said, JD, me too extra. You too extra. I am just telling you that these stories, it's just a fantasy. I am telling you, people, it is all of these stories is just because he's a local player. Nothing else. Nothing else. They did the same thing 3 times in a row. I am telling you, this is just xenophobia. People just making up stories. But people, oh my God. You know what? You know what? Since you not talk like this, make sure me see. Since this brother named Kaim Dixon so good, make sure me see him in a West Ham team or next team because everybody in a world football have no sense and a Jamaican fans alone have sense. So make sure we see him a West Ham playing a game or any team in the championship playing a game and starting next year since he is that good. Brother, I'm watching football, brother. I don't come with emotional things, brother. What you're saying is making no sense. Even against Dominica, they had to use a screen in Bowser ahead of him to try give him balls. So you think Dominica is Mexico? Brother, we would have under 3-love easily because the only outlet we had and the only player we had on the team that could have done what they did was Mikel Antonio, period. Dirty Harry said, hope the coach give Dixon some time in the other game. I don't know what you guys talking about. I don't even think Dixon deserved to go on that field yesterday. I don't even think so. I think the coach made some terrible substitution and keeping for local players. That's what I think. Because it was Anderson was the only change we were screaming out for. Anderson was the only change. And then now we could see if Jamar Gray could, because we saw what Cephas offered for the time, that was the only change. Nothing else. I'm baffling why Bernard. We're going to go to Bernard after, but I want to see what people, because people trying to rebuttal the take of Kaim Dixon, because I am standing up and telling you, all right? Yes, I am telling you. I am telling you. JD, Antonio was very. No, I'm telling you. No, because I am telling him Kaim Dixon never deserved to come on the field. That's what I am saying now, and click me now. The change should have been Anderson. That was the only change because we feel the midfield. He came and said that we feel the midfield for a time. The second ball we weren't getting it. So if you have a second ball problem, Pastor, would it be a striker coming on, or it would have been a midfielder coming on?
JD, I don't know what game they
Same
watched.
statement, not making it any sense.
I don't know what game they watched. I was watching the game with two Americans here. And what we saw, all of us were seeing the same thing. Latibodir's name was called 3 or 4 times for the entire first half. The players that were being called by the commentators, Bernard, Lembakise, Pinnock, Lay, Palmer, probably about 6 or 7 times. Bobby Reed, yes, Michael Antonio, and Bowser. Those were the names. Oh, I left out the goalkeeper. I cannot left out the goalkeeper. Latibodir was the least utilized player in the first half. So if you are having a second ball problem, you have to make the adjustment in your midfield because Bowser was playing ahead of Mikel Antonio as the two forwards. And, you know, JD, even though I don't think Bobby Reed commanded the midfield, what a job he did.
to drop in the deeper line
To
and play the
drop in the
balls.
deeper
Yes,
line and cut out those
he was
passing
doing that.
zones for Mexico.
He was doing that earlier, and we have to congratulate him on that.
Yes,
I never expected him to do with that job. That is definitely true. But
he.
yet still we still never had the numbers in midfield just the same to
The
come back
reason
after
we
he got it.
didn't have the numbers in midfield was because he wasn't in midfield; he was in defense. Because it is the coach's post-match press conference that told us that this was his plan. He gave up the midfield from before the game start.
Yes, but what they these guys does that they don't listen to the coach. They don't go to listen to the coach. They just go with their sensationalism. All right, because look at this now. This is a comment which I'm gonna change, which I'm gonna rebuttal it very easily. Because look, what the difference is. Dixon was running in spaces. What spaces Dixon was running into when Mexico changed their back line to the 18-yard box to close down the 1-0 lead. You realize that was not happening for 80 minutes. It was not because Dixon is good and they're afraid of Dixon why they did that. They're just trying to close out the game to get the 3 points. So they never really care about Dixon. So it's called context. You go in, I know that he never got no system more than the coach. Just tell him, just like what he told Whisper, just go out there, run up and down and try to do what you want to do. Just like what he told Whisper, him don't know what Whisper would do, and the opponent don't know what he would do, so they're throwing these ballers. That's what they do, and the other guys them started the game to play by a system. How can you evaluate a player that you send on to just do whatever you want to do in the time, and a player that is there to see if Jamaica can actually get something out of the game? Please explain that to me. That is the context we are going to talk on. All right, because one started the game to do a job, and you're going to say he's running and finding space. Mikel Antonio never found any space. Mikel Antonio never found any space, or because he's so physical, he makes the space for himself. That's why he created those opportunities on his own. What are we truly talking about? Are we just want to say words to make ourselves feel good? Let me stop this foolishness, man. There is no team on planet Earth Kaim Dixon can start in my team over Mikel Antonio. And there is no football coach on planet Earth except Jamaica coach would do such madness. There is no, and you can click me 500 times. Only in Jamaica alone, people would say that. Only in Jamaica alone. Nowhere on earth. Nowhere on earth. It doesn't matter which system you pick. Nowhere on earth. I'm not asking you. Nowhere on earth except Jamaica. Facts. Facts. Foolishness not going with. Give people credit, man. This is one of Mikel Antonio's best games against one of the best teams in CONCACAF. And we out here talk about a foolishness. So when that's what we did to Hector, when Hector was playing very good games in midfield, and I'm here breaking it down and said the man I play good in midfield, we throw him away and said, "Oh, I'm here. We him no need in a midfield, we throw him away." And then when he comes back, we are lauding Hector. So sometimes we don't even know the value of some of these players. Or not sometimes, most times we don't know the value of these players because our vision is clouded by our xenophobia, our desperate hope for a local hope. It's not going to happen. Take it out on the head. The best players, them are actually overseas. It doesn't matter what type of fantasy we actually make up. This is not Dominica. It is Mexico. Give respect to the opponent. And let me be real, Mexico was the better team, just like what the coach actually said. So for people, the delusion to think that we were the better team, you must not be watching football. I don't know what you're watching, because even the coach can come out and say they were the better team. All right, that was very clear. Let me start with giving people respect, analyze the game properly, and then we can talk the truth. If we don't do none of those two things, we cannot talk the truth none at all. We cannot talk the truth. We will never have a solid conversation. It will never happen. And we will never be close to what the coach actually said. How can I be doing a live stream and I am saying the same thing what the coach saying when the coach come off? Even though I don't agree with some of them, but what I'm seeing on the field, that's exactly what I'm describing. The second ball, because the 3-2-1 system not working. Even when you guys are telling me that everything is okay. And then he came and said the same thing hours later. that he had a lapse in the 15 minutes there with the second ball. So come on, man. Let we be honest to ourselves, man. Bless up Marlon. Bless up Marlon. Bless up everyone that's coming in. All right. No, I'm not worried about Copa. We're just breaking down things. All right. We too emotional. Yeah, man. I can tell you. Antonio did his job. I think he did exactly what the coach asked him. He did exactly that, and he was one of the main players then. But if it wasn't for these guys, so the question is it that the coach? The question is it that the coach is putting his defenders under too much pressure? Let me know. Because in the first 15 minutes, let me bring up the stats here. In the first, I'm sorry that they don't have half by half. In the first 15 minutes, Deshaun Bernard had 3 clearances, 2 tackles, and I thought 1 shot blocked in the first 15 minutes. One centre back have 6 defensive outings. What you guys make of that? Do you think that the coach is putting the team under too much pressure with his system? Or you thought that that's the only way he could have gone? Pastor, what say you? Marlon, if you want, come on, let me know. I will send you the link, yeah? Let me send
I
Marlon the link if
will
you want.
I will say I will respond to that question this way. Mexico in the first 15 minutes tried to play mostly on Jamaica's right side, which is their left side. But they weren't playing out to the line. They were what you would call a left. They were using their left midfield to affect us. Because there was 4 of them going, they literally eradicated Latibodir. It's like he wasn't there. So he was not a factor. What that meant is that the center back is exposed when Mexico made their second and third passes. Every single time in the first 15 minutes, Mexico making their second and third pass was now confronting Pinnock and Bernard. The fact that Bernard is on the right side and they were predominantly going utilizing their left side is why Bernard was so active in the first 15 minutes. And the only passing outlet that Bernard had was either Lembakise to his right or long up the field, so that it was like the 18th or so minute that Palmer came into the game. Palmer had 1 contribution in the first 15 minutes and he should have been carded. That tackle that he made through the back of the Mexican player, he should have been carded in the first 15 minutes. Yes, Mexico should have gotten 4 yellow cards because what they did to Mikel Antonio, the referee, allowed it. So I don't understand what people see when they watch the match, JD. You cannot have a midfielder or have midfielders whose names are not being called. The only midfielder name that was being called in the first 15 minutes is Bobby Reed.
Yeah. So guys, in the first half, this is how Dishan. I thought that Dishan Burner was excellent. Obviously, the coach told them to play as narrow as possible, so Mexico couldn't get in between them. That was the system, narrow as possible. So that's why you saw that maybe they slightly gave up the wings a majority of the times. Yeah. So with that, I thought that it put more pressure on the players then, because if you look at the numbers from these players, it's very, very high. Because I don't want my centre backs them through a game, like every one of them. So let me pull up a next one just to show you. Let me pull up a next one. 1 second. Oh Lord. Let me pull up a next one. All right, so yes, so that is better. So let me put up our next one. So we're gonna pull up these 3 so you can see their numbers. All right, so this is how it goes. Look at that. All right, so let me pull up all of that so we can see all of them. All right. So look at that, guys. Between the first 3 centre backs, and I don't put Ethan Pinnock in it. So 7 clearances, 3 clearances, and 7 clearances. So between these 3 guys, 14 and 3, 17 clearances. All right, one's dribble pass for Latibodir, and between Dexter and Deshaun Bernard, we had five tackles, two interceptions, two blocks, and both of those guys had two blocks on the line. All right, so two last ditch blocks as well, and we gave up two dribble pass in that time. So two dribble pass that was definitely dangerous. But look at it, guys, the amount of numbers. So that tells me that instantly tell you that the midfield ain't there for that reason. You get me? And what we have learned over the time, it's either we're going to be seriously defensive or in the midfield, or we're going to be seriously offensive in the midfield, and that's what we have learned, because we tried Bravel Morrison and Daniel Johnson at the same time in midfield. Then we go with Bobby Reed and Casey Palmer as well. Then we go with Latibodir and Kevin Lambert, so that is extremely defensive. All right, and then sometimes we mix it up with Daniel Johnson and someone else. So we can clearly see that's when we work with the full-fledged attacking midfielders in the center of the park. They can create a little bit more if they can get onto the ball, but once they can't get onto the ball, this is how it looks when our defenders played. And remember, it's only 68 minutes Deshaun Bernard played. 68 minutes, not the whole time. Obviously, the next two played the entire time. So let me bring in Ethan Pinnock to put in Pinnock's numbers as well, which is, so Ethan Pinnock had 5 clearances, 1 interception, 1 block shot, and 2 tackles. All right, so still 8 defensive inputs right there. So I think that is way too much. That's way too much. That's closing in at least 30 add between 4 players. 30 add between 4 players. You only have 90 minutes in the game. So that means every 3 minutes at least you're putting in one defensive coverage. So if every 3 minutes you're doing that, Pastor, and they still had 20 shots, what that tells you? And then we can bring in Marlon. You understand me?
JD, you say it that way, people don't realize, that is 50 chances that Mexico gets, and they were stopped 60% of the time out of the 100%. What people don't understand, there are levels to this thing, and the analytics is showing that what the coach is telling us that he's doing is not in the best interest of the team. At the coach side, but the analytics is saying that this is not in the best interest of the team. This is not the best use of the players that you have. And when you keep a player, the nature of Kirai Anderson on the bench, and I want people to get this straight, and anybody wants to say I am biased. If you can play the 19-year-old Dixon with Cephas on the bench, you cannot use age as an excuse for Kirai Anderson not to be on the park.
That's playing at a sky-high superior level.
Good. You cannot use that garbage when you're talking to me as no excuse, because
facts.
The quality of Kirai Anderson, as he has showed in the opportunities given to him, would have proven valuable for us in a game where we're bombarded 50 times by the Mexican offense. The defense line stopped them 30 times, and they still managed to get 20. JD, I don't know how you explain this, because anybody with a brain is supposed to see this even with they don't have sight. As long as you have a brain and you hear these numbers and this kind of analytics, you're supposed to see this as plain as noonday.
All right, so Rabian said he's not the coach to say that, but the problem is, Rabian, after every time, that's how we were balling for Dexter Lembekisa. And then Javian Brown had to run himself in the ground. Then Dexter Lemekisa get the chance and prove that everything that we are saying is correct. They put Anderson in. Anderson was one of the best players against Dominica. He was the one that brought back the game into Jamaica's part, to drop deep and play those things. He sees that he offers something different. All right, so I agree with Pastor full-hearted there, and I'm gonna go one different. I don't think Dixon came on this field to help no Jamaica. I think he came on the field to help himself and and a contract that they're looking for him. That's what I honestly believe. I don't actually believe he thinks that Dixon coming on the field to score any goal. I don't believe that. I honestly don't believe. I'm an honest person. That's my opinion, here, people. I might not have anything to support it, but I don't think the coach actually brought him on to say that he's going to score a goal. I think he brought him on to say that, oh, get the extra minutes for you to get more caps for the national team to sell. That's what I believe. I could be completely mad, people, but that's what I actually believe. Simple as that. If he turns up to score a goal, that would have been bonus, but that's what I believe. And in time, it will tell me the exact thing. Just give me a couple months, and I'm gonna prove it that I was correct. All right, that's what I actually believe. That's my key. No, I understand what you guys are saying, but I am just giving my honest. If you guys want me to be honest, that's why you respect me this much, and I give my take. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. No, guys, I don't want you to agree with me, because a lot of things you don't agree with me. Yeah.
Really, Dixie don't need the player don't need any cap to get sell. Right?
Depending on where, Marlon, depending on where.
I don't see Dixon going to England or nowhere. England is
Marlon, no, and I saw them talking. No, Marlon, and I saw them talking.
England is the country that he needs cap for. He don't need the caps to go to any other country to play football.
So Marlon, you don't hear the man him said the man can play in England, brother? You never hear that take?
There's nobody in England looking at Dixon.
Oh, okay, all right, Marlon. Well, that's what them said.
I don't think, right? He came on and he put on a good performance, right? The coach made 2 blunders last night, right? And I think he himself see that he made a blunder by changing the defense, right? But at the same time, our defense had a lot of clearance. Mexico defense have the clearance same way, so we have to analyze the both way. Mexico already better team, but the same like how Pinnock and something they have 8 big clearance and 6 big clearance. The Mexican defense had it the same way.
But Marlon, when we of course analyze it like that, but when the big clearance come, Marlon, now when them actually shut shop, and when them actually play normal game, half of the big clearance them came when after 80 minutes in the game. That means them already try to see out things. I had said that, so that means you're joining the stream late because we had said that. We're not prettying up anything. I'm giving people what I saw in the game.
That's what I'm saying. What Pastor saying, you can look at one side. All right, Jamaica has 30 big clearance. Mexico has 25.
Yeah, but I thought no, man. But Pastor, I remember this is the third stream, Marlon. So you maybe missed the next stream, that we were doing here. So we're just trying to continue it because we had problems. People, if you disagree with me, no problem. But I don't think Dixon could have done nothing, or you brought on Dixon to do nothing on the field. That's what I believe. I don't believe in this fantasy when I try to sell people because I saw the game myself. I honestly saw the game myself, and I am not in the same belief of Dixon better than Mikel Antonio and Dixon even on the field over Mikel Antonio. I don't believe that. I think that is crap you guys talking. All right, I just said because people are talking about him can go to England and stuff there. I just believe that is what they're trying to push. That's what I believe. To convince other people that he's this good. And that's what they have done over the years. Not just for the cap, but just to make people think that the players them are better than what they have done over the years, Marlon. So it's not just the cap to get players into countries. When they put them in the national team, you can sell them off that, Marlon. I've seen multiple reports. That's what they have actually said why they bought these players. So I believe maybe it's not the cap as what I've said, but believe me, I think that has something to do with it. That's what I am saying, and I'm sticking on my take. If you guys think different, I have no problem because I like to be challenged, and then over time it proved that I was correct. Because I will look at what I will do, or we will find out, Marlon, when the player gets signs. Just click me now. When the player gets signs, let us see how they mention the caps for the national team. Is that fair? Is that a fair analysis, Marlon? Just like the other people them? Is that a fair one? Like when they said, oh, they saw him in the national team, and this is the reason why they like him, like oh they did with what you call it? What a defender midfielder boy, midfielder guy. Yes, so that's I will read that and then we will talk. All right. So click me now. That is an argument that we will have this summer. We will have that this summer. I like the challenges, but I'm gonna say it as it is. And then you guys agree war with me in the future. Please, but save the war, save this war because I'm willing to take the beating. I am willing to take the beating. All right. DS says, JD Dixon offers something different from Antonio. He offers movement between center backs. He has Jesus. All right. You know what? Just click me, people. I am begging you to click me. I am just saying that because that does me feel that way. All right. I felt that way because I can't see the sense. And this never came under the field. Didn't the agent share the team that wanted? So, Mr. Dre. I have just said, Mr. J, what I just click me so you can prove me wrong. A lot of you guys always wanted to prove me wrong. So I'm standing on this take. So when we see the write-up, when the player moves, we want to make sure to click me. Please, I'm begging you, click me and just wait. Musa says, Antonio not doing anything. No problem, Musa. Well, your baller not doing nothing at all. Nothing at all. I just think he's just a next Jamaican local over-eye player. That's all. At this point, I'm saying that's all only doing overhype in the player because if we don't put him and Antonio in the same thing, he's a next Jamaican overhype player that's gonna keep on doing the same thing up. So you can say that I can stand on that straight up.
But JD, JD, I don't think nobody will in their right mind will compare Dixon and Antonio.
Marlon used to say that, man, but you know, right? So why you think me have the argument, Marlon? Me never just come up with the argument. It's them having the argument, and I'm telling him that is madness. All right.
Right. The tune that I said the coach should have gone with when the midfield, at least I said the midfield, and he proved the same thing I said. I said it's not every time you need somebody in the midfield to make tackle, right? At least Bobby Reid and Casey Palmer not making a tackle, but they retain the ball there. Right? And personally understand this enough. It's 3 against 2 in the midfield. Right? So the midfield have to come under pressure. Right? So that's why remember Mikel Antonio started out as a striker.
Yes.
Those started out as a right winger. Mikel Antonio have to come deep and start to pick up the ball. Right? So it's 2 different things. Boza doesn't provide you that threat from there. And I think when you sit and analyze the game, right? The change you have gone with, I'd put Mikel Antonio and Broughton Dixon for Boza. Because he works more. He picks up 5 minutes in the pocket. Right? So I would never trouble the defense. I wouldn't trouble the midfield the same way. And I brought on Cephas for Gray. Once we know that Gray wasn't gonna play 65 minutes. We have definitely bring Cephas. So you have the threat on the right wing same way. Right, I've gone with the midfield same way because guess what happened? The change of midfield, if you basically realize most of the ball that were headed out of the box, we always have a player there. Bobby Reid and Casey Palmer always on the edge of the 18 box there.
Yeah.
So the whole change of defense, Hector went in the center, right? Lati went to, so the whole coordination out there between the back three change up, right? So if you look at the midfield, the understanding, remember, Bobby Reid was playing deeper.
Right? Yeah. We're gonna look at their numbers, but I have Mikel Antonio and Shamar on the screen. But go ahead.
Yeah, so Bobby was playing deeper, so he was always there trying to pick off anything off the edge of 18 box, right? They got 2 free shots, right? The one from Chavez that came on the ground where we'd save, right? And the one that scored.
Yeah.
Those are the open shot they got on the top of the box.
Yes.
Right? And I have to give them credit because guess what? The USA game and the Panama game that we have, this was a better game, better performance because we saw offensive threat from Jamaica.
I actually agree with that they had offensive threats. But
Offensive,
so who was the leading charge man of that? Based on what you saw, like based on what you saw, like the leading charge man that charge, because I can't understand what the chat saying and what I'm understanding what you're saying about the chat saying completely different because with the Mikel Antonio. So you don't think that Mikel Antonio is the one that changed the game because the first 15 minutes of you didn't think that Mexico was completely dominant in that 15 minutes.
they were dominant. Cause guess what? We didn't get a chance. We didn't get a chance. I think in the first 50 minutes of the game, Jamaica had like 18 passes, Mexico had like 70 something. Almost 90 passes completed.
All
Right?
right.
From minute 15, the first 12 minutes, from the build-up play between when Bobby Reed came deep and knock it with Pinnock and Gregory and pick it up back, and they start spread the ball from the back line coming up, right? And Demar Gray came deep and got involved. That's where they find that yes, we can pass back the ball, and every time the team went forward, the Mexican defense were off. I think Montes and Vasquez had a very, very good game for them yesterday.
Okay, so that's what we saw. So by that definition, Marlon, so how can we not say Mikel Antonio not doing ish span the field? Because remember, he was the only outlet, right? Because we couldn't pass through. We never had the plan based on what the coach said. The plan was not to pass nothing through the midfield. The plan was to go from back to front. Definitely through Lembekisa or Deshaun Bernard. Those were the first favorable persons at the time to Mikel Antonio. Then Shamar can work up Mikel Antonio, and then the midfield can come in because that's what the coach literally said. So how can we finish the game and not give Mikel Antonio the credit and say that he's not good? So that's what I'm arguing, Marlon. So you come and say the same damn thing as what everybody's saying here. So we can move on from that Mikel Antonio conversation and say a foolishness. People say him not play good.
But JD is there to show how much those all the lows that he went up. I hear person say that KC Palmer didn't play good either, right? They say KC Palmer didn't play good, but look at it. KC Palmer was an attacking midfielder playing a box to box with Bobby Reed, right? And that's by the time persons have to watch football and know about the players, right? KC Palmer is not a defensive player. But what he does, he uses football intelligence.
Bobby Reed as well. But obviously because you play wing back, people wouldn't look at it and say you can play wing back so you can tackle. So it's okay for you to go in the middle. But both of them.
But guess what? He was dribbled past a couple of times, but yes, he put in 4 tackles. Right? So he basically changed he changed his game to benefit the team.
So with that said, Marlon, knowing that the player is not for that purpose, and we're putting them in that position, and then we have 2 of those players on the bench for that purpose. Oh, you look at that. Is that building confidence for the actual players on the bench?
I always say build confidence in it, but some of the time, as I said, some of the time coach can be pragmatic and make decision. And I think this one, I think he made decision because of these 2 players, what they can do with the ball, and it shows what they can do with the ball, right? As I said, defensively, it wasn't there, but at least you see they try to pass the ball out of the midfield. And I think for the longest while, it's the first time we put up so much pass against Mexico.
But Marlon, with that said,
and then we're taking some comments after that. When you finish, Pastor, just go ahead, and then we take
every time when the ball was between Casey Palmer and Bobby Reed, you realize that how they ended up losing the ball is when they are to make a second and third pass. That is because they were either too high up, so they're away from Latibodier, or they were to one side, so they do not have the ability to engage the other side of the field. And therein lies the problem that the coach is, by his own admission, taking responsibility for in giving up the midfield. Because if he had what you would call a classical midfielder, somebody who is a genuine midfielder, to play with both Reed and Palmer, that would have given them better chances to play out. For the
Eh,
first half of the game, only
Pastor,
twice we
Pastor, remember,
saw them pass out of the defense.
Pastor, remember this, right? He made a tactical change in the game the first 15 minutes, because they started 4-4-2, and he put Latibo there as a sweeper after the team
Mhm.
started pressure.
Yes.
So we have to give him credit for that, right? When they start bombard us in the first 50 minutes, he brought back Latibo there in the first 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So basically that's giving out the midfield. I guess it was Latibo there and KC Palmer in the middle.
Yes,
Barbados play
started, yeah.
right winger. But you have to change it. That's why Antonio came back deep and came back deep, right?
But
Came back deep.
Marlon,
But Marlon, we can counter that right there because I want to read the comments them. But my question to that, Marlon, if me and you can sit down and say this not gonna work, and in the first 15 minutes, Jamaica will either Jamaica can score or Jamaica go down, or them have a force to change the formation. If we can say that on a stream, Marlon, that not tell you how clear it is. Be honest, Marlon, because if you pull up my stream, I can just go on my stream now and tell you at the start before the game start and tell you that within 35 minutes, Jamaica have to change everything. Obviously, the people in there hear me say that. So if you are saying that's what took place and me and you know what will happen, so then if we know what can solve it, why we never start with that then from the start? And then maybe we can tweak it a little bit, Marlon.
Yeah, but at the same time, I've looked for from both ways. I
Okay.
think he surprised the Mexican that way, because Mexican probably looking for Jamaica to come and come with the two defensive players.
Okay.
As even the commentator and the analyst, the one analyst and CBS, he said it. He said he was never looking to see Jamaica started those two midfielders. They are looking for Low to start, right? So that was one of the reasons why I
Okay,
think.
so you think he was tricking to buy more time, and also he have a secondary weapon on the field at the same time, which was the 1-3-2 system that he's using pretty much.
So I basically think that really got them out, because I was looking for Eric Sanchez to start.
Okay.
Right, so I think not starting Sanchez, because they know that Low has played the two National League game, right? And saw what he done there. That's why I think. So I think they went different.
Okay. So you think that they changed your style to suit because Damian Lowe would have been in the team? Okay.
Basically.
That is very much surprising, because when I saw
Marlon,
Sanchez and Damian Lowe on the field, I'm saying I am kind of I think they are happy, because when they saw Damian Lowe on the field, Sanchez came on, right? And I thought that's because he's the move on ping pass type of player. I'm saying this is the kryptonite for Damian Lowe. So I'm very surprised still, but yeah. That's your take. But I'm very
Jenny,
surprised
that's
about
his
that.
take. But that's his take. But I don't agree with that, because if you say that, then you're conceding another way that the the assessment that Grimm and company made was incorrect. If you're going to think that Mexico is not going to play that player because they're expecting Damian Lowe, then Grimm was incorrect,
But
because a better there.
Pastor gave the reason why Damian Lowe didn't start.
I know, but that I was speaking to what
So
you just said.
Marlon, I missed the reason what you said about where you said why Damian Lowe never started. So why Damian Lowe never started is to change to surprise the Mexicans them,
He
or
didn't say that. He said Lowe wasn't available for 2 days, right? He
that's
wasn't
why
available.
he never started.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So that means he believes that he's the first choice then Marlon.
Yeah, JD, you see, when I say some things, I believe even some of the times you miss it. The coach is clearly televising what his plans were, what his plans are, and how he's functioning. And that is why I said earlier, The
Ooh, okay.
credentials of the coach is far exceeding the decisions that are being made. Something is not adding up. I'm not buying this foolishness that a coach with that credentials is going to have at his disposal Keroy Anderson and everybody else and selects a Damian Lowe for no purpose at all. Because Damian Lowe does not tackle harder than Keroy Anderson. He does not run faster than Keroy Anderson. He does not run longer than Keroy Anderson. He does not possess close ball control like Keroy Anderson. So
No, he's not Pastor. They are not the same player.
they're
One
not.
is actually a
That's
max to
exactly
max,
what
and
I am
one is actually
saying.
this
So to
center back.
select, so to select,
Damn.
so to
Okay.
select a Damian Lowe for midfield is a nonsensical decision
So,
when you put into
oh,
perspective the qualifications of the coach. It's
uh,
not adding up, JD. But
okay.
here's where it bothers me. The coach is articulating that he is making the decision. So it's either that in credentials bogus or he is being forced to make these decisions and he's just taking the blunt of the blame for it. It's
Okay.
just not adding
Uh,
up.
so Marlon, before we go to the comments, people make sure to like the video, share, and subscribe. This is our talk, That's what we do here. And these are we are three of the persons that have always been on this platform. Father Bling said he doesn't like when I said people delusional and those stuffs. The reason why I've used the word delusional, Father Bling, is when I provide the proof. Provided the proof on the said topic, then people still saying that they don't care. That's when I said then I said the delusional statement. So hope you can answer that, Father Bling, if that's your take. All right. And I'm sorry if you got offended off that, because I made sure to context it when I said the delusional take. All right. So I never meant everybody. I was talking about the specific persons attacking me on said subject. All right. Marlon, if it was you, could you see what the coach would work out, and you think that if Damian Lowe was there, it would have been a difference? And people in the chat, let me know if you think that Damian Lowe was there, it would have been a difference. I'm gonna give my take at the end. I would love to hear from Juras as well. Marlon, go ahead, big boss.
Jerry, you know my take on him playing.
Marlon, but I have to ask you because you come and share that information, so I have to ask you, big boss.
If you cannot make the starting lineup as a defender, you're gonna sit on the bench.
Okay,
right?
okay.
You know that if he had came on and they put him in the defense, I wouldn't have no problem with it.
Yeah.
Right?
Me too, Marlon. Me too, Marlon.
I think he went and disrupted the midfield. Right? As open as the midfield.
And Marlon, don't just say it that way. Because the ball came straight through the middle where Damian Lowe was. That went to create the goal.
Because and I said it, when I look at the game last night, I came and I said he's playing CDM, and at one point he was in front KC Palmer.
Brother. Juras.
Did you not see when Mikel Antonio was to make the pass? Damian Lowe was ahead of Bowser.
So and Pastor, that's why I said Pastor, the discipline of it. Yes, he gotta bring that energy. But come on for 20 minutes, 22 minutes, right? He looked like he was playing 90 minutes when the game finished.
Yeah, like 5 minutes in the game. 5 minutes in the game, people in the chat cursing, I curse the event Low saying, yo, so the man walk already, brother. What kind of thing is? But no weird that he was injured. So maybe that's why he was walking after 5 minutes. But yeah, I did saw him walking. So the energy that you're talking about, Marlon, that he offers, he never offered that. So what happened when the energy got down? Bring the energy, Marlon.
Really, as I said, the MIG was okay, but I was comfortable because at least I see something came from the middle, right?
Facts.
Okay with that. You see that damn rep where we say we start the three of them in the middle, right? But then I'm gonna talk about at the same time, you're gonna give up We're gonna give up that aggressiveness. Or you can't say tackle because we see the most attacking one putting in tackle.
Yeah, the man them not put him more. Hold on. Let me make sure let me show you, people, because it's the Casey Palmer them and Bobby Reed did tackle. They did tackle and intercept. They were fighting. They were just not as the brute force ones them that you know about, but they
But
were
see,
doing
stop
their
talking
thing.
both of them.
All right. Look,
Casey should have
I'm
gotten 2
putting it on
yellow
the screen.
card.
I understand that he's not going to tackle as Damian Lowe them would have tackled, but they were tackling, and I thought that it was less violent, Pastor. All right, because if it was Damian Lowe making those same tackles, because Damian Lowe came in and made a tackle as well, and you're not talking about that it's the same tackle with more violence. That could have
No,
been a yellow card too. So stop pretend like Damian Lowe
look,
never put your next tackle as well. Go ahead, Marlon.
and as I said to the JD, as I said, there's a lot of positive to the game, right? And although because I was expecting that stuff for the Mexicans, right? Because guess what? After all the pressure they have been coming under, right? And at the same time, when person look at me and tell me Mexico lost their 3 games, so I ask them say you lose a game to the top 5 team in the world, the top 10 team in the world, right?
Facts.
Number 12 in the world. What does that say? Right? You lose to 3 teams of the top 15, right? But you could basically see where the defense is very afraid. See that, right? And I said there's a lot of positive. I think there's more positive from the game to really move on from that negative out of the game, right?
And they lost their captain and probably best player, or certainly
Yeah,
most
but I
experienced
think
player.
with disrespect Luis Roma, man. With disrespect Luis Roma, because I told people the last time I saw Roma in Jamaica, you swore that he was born in Jamaica, Marlon. So why we keep on disrespecting Roma? If we have Roma in our midfield, brother, we're nice,
JD, Roma bring something that Alvarez Roma came and bring more attacking threat in the team, right? Alvarez not driving through the middle,
No.
right?
So I don't know
Roma
why
is
people have this disrespect for Roma.
I don't think. Guess what? Once there's Alvarez there, Roma's not gonna play. We all know that, right? And the coach, the only coach I see use both of them together, was Tata Martinez, right? They gave him shit for using both of them together. But I think he came on and brought a more offensive threat, right? I think it's when he came on, Chavez start getting himself going forward more now.
Yes.
But at the same time, you see Jamaica when get them ball over, cause guess what? When they start get the highlight when Vasquez and Montes came up, right? And I think we see where they really make a big tactical change by putting Montes to play on the left hand side where Gray is. So if we beat Sanchez, you have to contain with Montes.
Yes. That was a good switch. I saw that as well. That is nice.
Vasquez is good, but I don't rate him that highly. He's a good defender, but he can find Watin, and that's why I wanted they to catch him, isolate him 1-on-1, right? The one time they get him isolated, he pulled on Dexter, right? I think he fouled Anthony as well. 1-on-1, he's not that good.
He fouled Anthony as well, and the next time he ran out, and then Anthony bumped in him, and then Anthony flicked over as well. So yeah, we can see that he's 1-on-1, but the problem is you're not gonna get much 1-on-1 against Mexico. So that was the big deal, Marlon.
They got them.
JD, it's not 1-on-1 that Antonio got. They had 2 players playing Antonio for most of the time he was on the field. But here's what's true. I don't believe that referee walked with any card in that game,
Pastor, leave the card, man, because we could have gotten card as well, Pastor. I thought that you first.
No, I am the one that said Casey Palmer should have gotten 2 yellow cards.
Casey Palmer, but other people could have gotten yellow cards as well.
Yes, but Mexico had 4 yellow cards that they should have gotten in the first 15 minutes. Them the foul when they foul Michael Antonio is not legal.
Pastor, I would have agreed. I agree with you because I did say it live. But you're beating on this yellow card thing too much, Marlon.
No, JD, the officiating has to be better than that. If I'm going to beat the coach,
the ref said it.
I have to beat the ref.
The coach said the ref was perfectly good because I thought that the ref give Jamaica a lot of calls up the pitching as well. Yeah. The
Huh?
coach said that. He said that
And
the
that
ref
is
was
why
not
I
good.
said he didn't walk with any cards because
Oh, so he just
he
want them to
gave
give out
Jamaica
cards. Okay,
a
okay.
tangible amount of leeway too.
That is the best
That's
performance.
why I said he didn't walk with any.
It's the best performance of a referee throughout the whole competition. I think
Okay, all right, see it.
it on the
So,
Argentina game.
so we have to take what we get because Pastor, you never watched the game before.
Remember
This
saying,
man wants to send off everybody off of the field
right?
before 30
Hello,
minutes.
Look,
JD.
if you look at the
I
Chilean
am
game,
for people doing their jobs. I am for people doing their job. So if a ref is officiating in a game and the players are breaking the rules, he must do his job. If you're going to end up with five aside, five aside. Do your
Pastor,
job.
all right. Pastor,
Man.
look at it. The foul was here, Antonio, and he allow play on, right?
Yes.
Yes, JC Palmer make the foul and he allow play on. So it's a 50-50. So I think
No, Marlon, you're not getting away like that. Marlon, you're not getting away like that.
Pastor. Normally, not. All right, look at even the ball that touches the hand. Who was on the floor that he touched?
Bernard was on the ground. That was not a handball.
that be a penalty,
Both his
JD.
hands were planted when the ball roll got
No,
touch his hand.
I'm just saying. Look at that. Enough ref would have called it a penalty first, but he never
Yeah.
called any penalty.
No, the ref did not. That was excellent. You have to credit the ref there. I agree.
I'm trying to support the argument of Marlon said the ref was good. So I'm trying to say that the ref is
No.
not biased against Jamaica.
He would have what moments where you would say he was excellent. Like that call that he
Yes.
made
That's
correct.
why
He had
asked the
excellent
fans them
moments.
because I missed it.
What
first
I
and
am
then saw the
saying,
replay.
Listen to me.
JD,
What I had
it
him.
would have
It's
been
One
a
second,
different
Pastor.
game.
Marlon, go ahead and they come back in. 1 second.
when
Go ahead,
Alvarez went down when he's chasing Demari Gray. Because when he
Yes.
pass the half line, you see him start draw the foot. Well, Anthony have the ball now, right? You're 3-3.
Thank
Are
you,
you
Marlon. Thank you.
game there? Remember, the players running. The players running, you know. And the player no drop, the player don't get a helicopter at all, you know, right? You basically see him pull up. But the team in an offensive position there, right? And look at it now. The previous game, they start playing on the ground. The ball go up, it come down, it go up, and the player
play.
way. So that was something that and I think when they basically look in the FIFA rule book, I went and look for it and they said if the referee discretion,
Thank you very much.
if the player is hurt and in a dangerous situation. I don't think it was a dangerous situation. Yes, the player was crying out. He was right beside the player. But at the same time, you stop the team from transition into a dangerous position. It was 3-3.
And Marlon, I want to say when I look at the replay, it looks like Demar Gray did clip him. Actually did clip him because he's running.
Demar Gray in front time.
Marlon,
remember,
go back and hold on. Let me
throw this one away from Demar Gray.
Hold on, Marlon. Demar Gray. Demar Gray. So no, because we watched the replay, man, Marlon, and I thought Demar Gray passed behind him, and that's when he flicked over. So am I seeing wrong?
Pick up the ball and dribble through. Sanchez was the closest one to him.
Nobody clipped him when he went down.
Nobody clipped him when he went down. The clip must have taken place before Demar Gray ran off because when Demar Gray stepped off,
when he dropped over with the theatrics.
No, when he toppled over, Demar Gray was ahead of him already.
You know why I said someone clip him, Pastor? When I'm watching live and I watch the replay, someone ran behind him, and that's why I thought he was not injured.
He pull up JD and couldn't go no further.
Marlon, that's why I thought that he could have gotten up because it was when someone passed him and then he flicked over. But
remember,
I'm going to try.
By ball go to Antonio Gray. Antonio. I think if Antonio if him beat Montez and drive the ball to Lambakisa, the referee couldn't stop him. But I think Antonio take 2 touchdowns if he post up on Montez. And that's why referee stopped play as well. So
yeah, no, I'm trying to go back. I'm going to go on Twitter to see because I swore I saw some Demar Gray clipped him, man. Because that's what I was saying.
I pull up JD.
And the pull up brought him back into Demar Gray. That's what you're saying?
When Demar Gray get the ball and dribble across, Sanchez closer to Demar Gray, and you basically see when it
Yeah.
when it's running and it make it go limp.
All right. All right. All right. I'm trying to find it right here because
That look
I
like
don't.
one grade three puller. No?
Yeah, man. I know. I know. I know. After I'm looking at it, I'm trying to look for the action.
Uh, I can tell you, if it's not grade 3, it's 2.75, because he went tumbling like a sack.
Yeah, so that's why they said. That's why they said it. The referee blew because he was in pain. He was crying out there. And you see the
But
referee come fast.
but Marlon, I don't fault the referee for even that call. I fault the referee for the amount of tackles that he allowed to go through the back of a player without cautioning the aggressors. It was done to Lambakisa twice. It was done to Michael Antonio in the first 15 minutes 4 times. There, I heard you saying that we were punching against Mexico as much as Mexico was punching against us.
No, I don't think that was the case. I think it was
I did
2 to
not
1.
say I did not say that we did not impact Mexico's defense in Marlon. I was just speaking to people who made it seem like that the midfielders were sufficient. So that's why I highlighted what happened against our defense.
But Pastor,
Marlon, one second, Marlon, before you go, because we have to keep the people engaged. People donated, so the earth read it out. Brain Jane said, "Sir, speed for the head coach." Jesus God. It's in a super chat, so I have to read it, Marlon. So Brain Jane said, "Sir, speed for the head coach." What you guys say in the chat, just tag Brain Jane, tell him what you feel. All right, so we don't have to. Because I don't want to say anything on this, but because he donates, we can't say anything, Marlon. I don't know if none of you guys want
Brain
to touch
drain
it.
is trying to have
Pastor,
somebody get a heart
if
attack.
you don't want, if you want to leave it alone, Pastor Marlon, if you want to
No, I'm not
leave it
speaking
alone,
to it.
yeah, okay,
I
yes,
am not speaking to that.
we will.
But I believe Brain drain is trying to give somebody a heart attack. That I am not speaking to that. I'm going straight back to the football that I was
People,
having a discussion with.
Bridget, please, Bridget, if you're donating super chat, we respect it, people. Thanks for donating it, but just stop your controversy things, though.
JD, don't try to censor Brain drain
I
comments.
am not censoring his comment, but we have to put it up because he donated. But I'm just telling if he could have just
Yes.
addressed something else that
You
happened in the
think
game,
Brain
and we
drain
would
know
have.
say that's exactly what you have to do
Oh
once
my
you put the
God.
super chat?
Marlon, you have anything to say to Bridget? It does talk to him, please.
no comment.
All right. So, Bridget, no one on the platform don't want to answer to that. All right. Yes.
I
Um,
am not taking on that.
all right, so let me get a few more comments before we get in. All right, I watched Steven Segay in the building. Here, my Asian brother. All right, said I watched Venezuela versus Ecuador. I was shocked. They play well and smart. They play very physical, and the ref is mad, and the game is just chaotic, and the pace of the game is ridiculous. No, people can understand how South American football looks, That's why sometimes Brazil don't get what they want because they don't get the space to operate and go on with their bunch of skills and everything. Max City said that's how the referee call games. He allowed the game to be played. He didn't. And he did the same thing at the World Cup 2 years ago. All right. Thanks to that input. Why was Cephas taking the corner? Yes, that was a terrible corner. The shot after the corner was a better shot than the corner. You understand me? Yes, but it was a terrible corner. I don't know. I think that everyone was trying everything at the time to just get something on the books. That's what I thought. And that's why I was saying my take on the Kaim Dixie situation because it was chaotic there. Everyone was trying something. This is where everything go out of the window. No, nothing going to organization like what you could say somewhat of what we were doing early on. Once these guys came on, there is nothing else more than just chaos. You get me? Maybe a lot of people might just like that chaos and no order to anything. But once those changes made, Marlon, you saw anything Crispy, no, we ain't taking calls in this one because we don't have the setup for it. We don't have the setup, Crispy. But the other stream, I will try to do a stream that I will just take calls and people give their take. But for this one, no. Marlon, what say you? You saw any organization after we made the substitutions?
I think in Nigeria, I think from 75 minutes going on, you could basically see where they were trying to go attack to get the goal, right?
Okay, yeah.
You basically see where I think we got a little bit more open because Casey Palmer came over to the left hand side there, and then he went back in the right. So I think they basically we saw Latibody came back in the midfield when they went to a back four again. So you see, the coach did some stuff, right? As I said, I can beat him for the change he made by taking out Bernard, right? I think I beat him for that, but I have to also give him credit for adjusting to how the Mexican were playing. Because when they basically say we wanted to go for the equalizer, we saw what he did. So as I said at that time, I have no problem with Cephas and Dixon coming on there, right? But I would have taken off Nicholson. Right? At the same time, same way, you still have to protect Antonio same way because it's a tournament. So you have to look at all those factors at the same time. But those players going to attack, and I could see that. But what I said, still, as I said, the change that was made in 66 minutes, that's what cost us again.
Okay, all right. All right, so let we deep dive. Send your questions, guys. Let me use 10 minutes and answer the questions. Get the likes up. We have 240 people here. Let me see how much likes on the video. Let me see if we reach 200. No, we have not hit 200 as yet. But we are 1 hour and add on the video. So people, get the likes up on the video. Get rid to 200, and then we aim for 300 on this show. Very much doable. All right. If you all hit the like button, or if you don't like the content, you dislike it, and let me know why you dislike it. All right. Yes, we have no problem with that. But just do something though. All right. Fan of mine said, I don't see why people blaming the coach for the goal. Mexico neatly that same kind of goal at least 3 times. Yes, I thought that they got the opportunity over and over. The black boy, oh God. The one before Marlon, I thought that he should have scored that. That should have scored more than the one that scored. Marlon, what say you with that one? The one that he got open and he just blasted over the top. That should have scored more than the one that actually scored.
But JD, remember now, as I said, the Arteaga coming on at the bar was set up for him. Kane is dribbling, cutting. I think he trying to go to the far post, but he went for power. I have to remember this. The keeper was having an excellent game. Right, man of the match. Although we lose, he's the man of the match.
Yeah, man. He was definitely up there with the best players in the end.
That's why, and that's why when Percy come and say that he went that. Yes, he made a mistake, and I know says a mistake because if he had gone into the attack, he'd have got a record against Dominic.
And Marlon, let me talk about the keeper now, like we want to talk about that because we wanted to spice it up and go over to the next game.
I'm the one who and defend him now, and they say I'm making excuse for him, right? But the same thing, right? We saw playing out at the back. I think you can see where the team is getting comfortable now. They can play through press and everything like that, and so. As I said, Pastor, there's a lot of positive there. The keeper, as I said, he kept us in the game, right? But most of the saves were basically save that he should make.
Yeah. I think one or two saves, you could say that definitely. It was good, and other keeper
we try and save.
And hold on. The first play that he made, we are not gonna class it as a save, But that one that he ran out, and Eddie chested the ball, that's Marlon. We have to say that is a part of his game, Blake don't have that skill, I know that he cost me 3 times in the last 2 games, and I thought it always cost us 4 times. So what about that Marlon, that running out of the box?
He get caught out if he can't jump and catch the ball. Yes, he head out it, but he get caught out there, sir. Right?
So Marlon, 4 times in 3 matches now in Marlon. So is that a part of his overall natural ability of just running up because he's faster than Blake?
Remember, the keeper that I watched coming up from the same thing come up now, but he was caught out there.
No, I agree.
Marlon.
Yes, sir.
You're saying what happened I am going to say what makes him a goalkeeper in a conversation of being an excellent goalkeeper. He misjudged the ball, thought that he would have gotten there and the ball would have reached him in the box. But when he get there, and this is the measure of an excellent goalkeeper, to be able to read a situation and adjust to make the play that you're making in the best interest of your team. Him realizing that he doesn't have the ball in the box and just go up and head. And that was a very good, that was not a defensive header, you know. The man
Yes.
literally headed the ball, and I believe the defender was slow to react. I guess everybody was surprised because the commentators went as far
But
as to
but
say that
the question
they
is
were also surprised.
he was good in the rest of the game. That is true,
Yeah,
and
man.
including in that same one, Marlon. But Marlon, I want to give it the floor. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna answer Umza. Just hold on because I'm just trying to get Marlon and Pastor to close this one. It's four of those mistakes, Marlon, in 3 games. Cause one happened in Damrep, and two happened in Dominica, and then one happened here. So are we just going to live with that? Let me know. Go ahead,
Just
Marlon.
remember this, no? Currently, a keeper is a sweeper keeper, no? Right?
Yeah.
The one in Dominica, everybody cursed and said he should have been off his line same time. But you know, remember, so Richard King, the ball came between Gregory and Richard King, right? And both of them were tracking back. Yes, I agree that he was a bit late, but at the same time, he goes to if you know if he had pushed his foot, it's a penalty, it's a straight red card for him.
Okay.
He's out of the 6 yard box. But at the same time, I said, I think he's positioning him. And remember the pastor, I am the first one who came out and cried for this youth to get called in the Jamaica team, man. Right? Even when he was playing playing at UConn, right? I am saying that he's somebody for the future, right? He might not be the biggest goalkeeper, but guess what? His understanding of the game and reading of the game, and I think that's where I think he and Blake basically that's what he have over Blake. I think
Yeah.
he come on the 18 yard box, very good with his foot, more composed on the ball, right? But if you come to basically making save and stuff like that, I think Blake is way ahead of him there, but he's still learning and he's not playing at the highest level. And if you're talking about a player that this competition can help to get a contract, I think it's him.
All right. So, Mr.
I would
Jamal, wait. You go ahead, Pastor. Go ahead.
I would have to agree with you on those points, Marlon. But what all I was trying to say is, even though he miscalculated his run, and this has happened, as JD said, 4 times when he make miscalculation.
No, it was very clear, Pastor. It and me say that
No,
what
no, no, no,
happened.
no, JD, you're the one that says it here. It happened, and you're right to point it out. So leave that part of it alone. I'm not crediting you as saying it because you are saying it. I'm just saying that you're the one that said it. This is the 4th time we have seen him. But what I am giving him credit for, because you will not be right all the time in your judgment calls. Your ability, this is what a lot of people like to credit Davian Lowe for. His recovery speed,
Recovery. Okay.
his recovery thought process as a goalkeeper is what I use to give him extra credit. To know that you thought you would have reached, you didn't reach, the ball did not come in the box, but you cannot just stop. And he wasn't just heading the ball to anywhere, he headed the ball directly to his player. Slow, the defender was slow. You can't fault the goalkeeper for that. The goalkeeper did excellent. So I am not even highlighting his miscalculation. I am highlighting his awareness and ability to respond in the best interest of the team. Kudos to the keeper.
Uh, Father Minot, yes, that's how we said the 4 games. We talk about the 3 games that he played, it's 4 mistakes made. So that's how we talk about it. And Pastor said he respects it because he recovers. Marlon said he likes that he commands his backs better than Blake, which I had said 1 year ago 1 year ago and people beat me. Say, "Mommy, I disrespect the legend," but clearly he's proving that. So he has his flaws. He has his flaws as well. All right. Yes. So we have to understand. Just said, I'm actually football. When I see other international teams play, they have a pattern of play. Do we have a pattern? Do we have any at all? I started this video with to say that the 1-3-2. That's our pattern of play because we have seen it over a period of time with several different other people in the team. All right, so from back to front to inside midfield, that's our pattern of play. We have no our wing transition directly. We don't have any other ways.
But as I said, right? You know I'm the coach hard, right? And I said I can see if we look at the
Marlon, internet go big boss.
Yeah, Marlon chip out.
Marlon, you chip out, jump off and jump back in. All right, so let me get some more comment. The black boy Belgium done corrupt JD. What black boy Belgium? I don't understand. Come on, guys. If the keeper
because you reference the left side forward for Mexico as black. He was born in Colombia.
Okay. My fault.
And he only got his citizenship a year ago for Mexico.
Okay, my fault. Sorry about that.
Yeah, so that's what he's speaking to.
Okay, I'm very sorry, people. So it's come on, guys. If the keeper couldn't buck that ball away, he don't deserve to be in a. Oh my God, Ricardo Baggio. I think that Ricardo Baggio. Please go back and watch the game after. Go back and check it after, and don't say that. Keeper.
But JD, even if you don't watch it, just go listen to what the commentators' assessment of him having the presence of mind to head that. But the three commentators that I heard while watching the match were lauding the keeper for being able to. And they were talking about how skilled he was, and he looked so much like an offensive player, that how he rose up high above and hit. Everything was perfect how you were taught to head a ball.
Yeah. All right. So Issa said, really wanted your take. You're getting a 3-1. I've done a shorter version video for people that wants that. Because I'm taking control of my channels back today, so that's why I have so much videos doing my own post matches. So you can't miss it now, Issa Allen. You can worry with me with anything now because I am back. All right. The goalkeeper just did what he did to make the play. That's all. Oh my God. Too much comparison. All right. Then we have our brother said, JD, can we still do we still have a chance to get out of the group? That's what we're going to talk about now, because we made sure to break down everything. Yes, big up Gary Lynch in the building. Big up JD from the lineup. Never had Cephas and Dixon. I never had them to win. Boy, I'm telling you, Gary Lynch, if they had those two players, we wouldn't win. For certain. That's what I think, Gary Lynch. All right? Because we needed organization when we had times. And we needed strength, which both of those guys don't have none of those things that we just talk about. All right? Because Dixon doesn't have strength, none at all. He doesn't have the experience, and he doesn't have the quality to compete with these Mexicans from the start. Cephas doesn't have the organization to stay tucked in, because he just wants to run directly to use his main attribute, which is speed, which is going to lift the position up. This is not Dominica, because if it's Dominica, it's 30 more big chances Mexico will be making that time, and they're going to finish 11. So I think if you have Cephas and Dixon on the field, we would have been under 10 love before the first half done. Yes, because I don't see none of them can apply themselves as to what we did to play that system. I think the system, what happened on the day, the system never worked out well, but because those players are so experienced, they still made it look like the system worked out as to what the coach wanted. That's my overall analysis to it, because he wanted to go the 1-3-2 style, which is go to Mikel Antonio, drag Shamar in it, and then bring the midfielders in play. And that's what they did eventually. But they lost the second ball right throughout the game. So it never really truly worked out. It's just when Mikel Antonio gets the ball, stop the play, then they get into the game, because Mikel Antonio is starting to take on more than one person at the time and to bring more people involved. But well, Warrior, I understand you can, like, I know people were Jamaicans. We like that. We like, and he's a born Jamaican, so he's gonna do the thing that you like. You get me? But what those two players couldn't offer, nothing to the start of the game. I thought that Dixie came in at the only time he could have come in the game. I don't see him starting the game. I don't think he would have offered nothing. I thought that, because if you watch the game, guys, we were dominated the first 10 minutes, and then the next 2 minutes of the 10 minutes we were still getting dominated, but we start seeing some light of the tunnel, because Deshaun Bernard started to get the pass to Lembekisa, and then we started to create something more. So it looked like we had a lease alive, but we are still getting dominated until the 15-minute mark. All right. And then we were getting less dominated until we can say that we have a true weapon, so they can give us some respect. That was more to the 22nd to 23rd minute in the game. So if a game take 23 to 4 minutes, and it was Mikel Antonio's strength brought back that, with the combination of Bishan Bernard and Lembekisa's range of passing, which we need to start give some credit to. I would love to hear Marlon's take on that, because Marlon loved to talk about where again crossing. Well, Lembekisa showcasing that he has some crossing levels that really put fear into the Mexicans' heart. And I honestly believe that it is the crossing of Dexter Lembekisa caused the biggest problems. All right.
But JD, this is the thing. You get, all right, we get them in the position to cross.
Yes, that
Right?
is true.
And that's why I say we lost the game. But I think even in the Gold Cup, I think it's the best game that we have played probably for over a year.
Yeah, if you look at the team that we're playing and how they started and everything, I want to say yes, I will agree that this is. But we have been saying that we're not playing good and winning games. That is
Right?
true.
If
I think this is a better performance than the Canada game, you know.
Yeah, but guess what? All right, personally gonna say that we want to. But if you look at the team, you came under pressure, you soak up that pressure, right? You went out and attack, right? And JD, you see that goal that Antonio scores, he wake up the Mexican man.
Yes,
I think they reacted to. I think they got a lifeline, because remember said we came out the second half, right? We came out and uncircled them. Casey Palmer had
the snap from Casey Palmer, yes,
Yeah.
that was very good as well, very good.
And it was that point there, that 10 minutes spell there. I think we were very, very good there. And I think that goal
Thank you.
really wake up the Mexicans. Right? Because I think had that goal been if it wasn't for the upside, I think they'd have to go deep, because guess what? That's where you see that they came out and put an attack on us for 10 minutes. So it's like that wake them up, right? Because even the goal score, you could see the Mexican fans in the stadium.
Yeah. Agreed. And
If that goal held, we would have beaten Mexico 2-0.
That's what I said. The only period of this game Jamaica actually had was from 45th minute to the 55th minute. That's that period of 10. They never can dominate the game, you know, but you could clearly see that they were getting a little bit better. That was the best retention they had in the game, period. All right, even the end part, they never really did anything with the game, because Issa Allen saying that we're saying that we play good, but we never created a big chance. No, yeah, I understand, but remember, football is not just a final conclusive one game thing. It's a build up. And I thought that if you class all of the other games, and because every game that we play, no care how we say we win it. Guatemala we win 1-0. Guatemala better than Jamaica in that game. Honduras we played there, even though a Barbary goal was legally scored and out. I thought that Honduras would at least 50-50 with us. Haiti we played 2 times. We couldn't say that we were definitively better than Haiti. I thought that the game that we drew, we were slightly better because they gave us we're slightly better than the next game, but not completely better than 80 either. You get me? So we kept winning games.
No, Jerry, we cut it. They hate the game in Trinidad.
In Jamaica.
No, the one in Trinidad that Jamaica went through. All 80 do is score 2 goals.
I said the game in Jamaica. You wouldn't say, all right, go ahead. So you thought that 80 was better than us in Jamaica? Because I thought that,
they scored the goal, right? And went and defeat. But I said the one in Trinidad where they lose 3-2. Right? All they do is score the 2 goals. They were in the game, none of that. I just a giant 2 headers.
But Marlon,
I would have to revisit, but go ahead.
To justify this being one of, if not the single best game we have played, even inclusive of the Gold Cup games.
I agree.
Jamaica played.
I'm
justifying the claims that both you and JD made, that this is one of, if not the single best game that we have played, inclusive of the Gold Cup games. The reality is that people need to realize this. 23 minutes of the first half, we were equal to Mexico, which is half of the first half. They dominated the first 15 minutes. They dominated the last 7 minutes. For 23 minutes, we showed we belong. For the first 10 minutes of the second half, I am going to say different that JD said. I believe we dominated Mexico in the first 10 minutes of the second half. So, having said that, I'm deliberately saying it this way, for this reason, JD. It was that 10 minutes of the second half that brought realization to Mexico that they were under threat. And they dug deep and threw the house, the kitchen sink, the baby, and the bath water.
But Pastor, remember that, Pastor. Remember that's how they went and made the changes.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, so I am going to go on record as saying that for 10 minutes of a game, Jamaica dominated an opposition. And for 23 minutes of that same game, we were their equals. Having said that,
I don't believe no 23 minutes in that game.
No, we were equal. After the first 15 minutes of the first half, JD,
40% to 60%. I think every damn part of that game, we were not equal or better than them. You know, only 10 minutes of the 45. I would say that 5 minutes out of that 10, we were definitely looking like we were better. But that's not more than that.
Well, this is one time when we disagree. I thought we were their equals in the middle 23 minutes. Between minute 15, between minute 15 and minute 38, yeah, because they dominated the last 7 minutes of the first half, and they dominated the first 15 minutes. So those 23 minutes, I believe Jamaica showed that we belong on the park. Those 23 minutes showed that we belong. I am going to go on record, and I'm going to say it again, disagreeing totally with JD.
Hey, thank you very much.
The first 10 minutes of the second half, Jamaica, and I'm defining outplaying Mexico by, I'm defining dominating Mexico in the first 10 minutes by Jamaica outplayed Mexico in the first 10 minutes of the second half, which brought the wrath of Mexico to give us a 1-0 beating. Because you can say they beat us, but I am going to put about 70% of the beating that we got on the coach's poor decision.
Okay. All right. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. So that's Big Bad Pasta, people. 1 second. Everyday Living said, I was at the game. Not the result we wanted, but I can see improvements. We are go again. All right. No problem. Make sure you go there again. They said that I'm marking hard. Oh, my God. It is just because we have an infighting where people try to bring down other players that I know they're talking madness. And I have to stand up for sensible things, you know. JD Pasta is correct in that assessment in the first half. After the first 10 minutes, Jamaica actually started outplaying. No. There is no part of the first half Jamaica outplayed Mexico.
I
No
never said
part.
we outplayed
No
Mexico in the
damn
first
part.
half.
Ghost Nick. Ghost Nick, change the name to Nick alone because a ghost mercy. All right? Bars. What
Yeah,
is wrong with you?
but Pastor, and honestly, and when you look at it, I think for the longest while, I think for since the
Do I
even
think
the even the Gold Cup final that we lost to them in 2015 and beating them 2009, I think is the closest that we have come to this Mexico team. Because if you look at it, basically everything was close. If you look like the duels, the crosses, everything was basically the same, right? Attempted and cross were the same thing. Everything was pretty close. And I went out and said if we had 32% or 34% of possession,
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with it, right? That mean we are doing something. And to have 38% possession, you could basically see, right? But at the same time, you could basically see where we were a threat and we had them on the back foot at times,
Okay.
right? And
We
remember, no,
shocked them.
huh?
We shocked them.
Yeah, and I said, that, that's why I come, that's why I come and I say, I think, I think going forward, right? And if you basically see, I think Arguments was trying to get the space of Lambasika to go down there, but because they had so much position, right? Artega was free the whole game.
Yes, but Marla, we're not talk about that. But I think that's what the coach told him to do: play narrow. Don't. I thought that's what they tried because they never wanted them to play through them, at least at the back line. So we said that at the start, Marlon.
But
That's a trick that they
JD,
had. That's a plan.
right. Remember Bowser's on the right. Had Bowser tried to go wide and getting that channel out there, right?
No,
Yes,
him
still
just
have.
never look at him up feet. I think that maybe if they use Michael Antonio to do that at the time, like just try to do that because I thought
That's
that they took the role this time, you know.
that's why
And
Antonio came. That's why Antonio wide out there.
Yeah,
That's
that's
why
what.
that's why he came wide.
So, some Marlon that me that try say from earlier that I'm war with them, you know. Me I try to prove to them say, and that's why Shamar played that role always because him can't do the next, he cannot do the next role, or it just takes so much out of him, and it looks like it comes natural to Mikel Antonio. That's what I was saying from day one. Fire God I said, JD, why you think your opinion is gospel? All right, I don't think so, but if I provide the facts to the argument, I think that I should have a strong backing behind it. I can't be bullied into changing it if we have the facts behind it. If I don't have the facts, I told you that it's just my flat out opinion. But if I have the facts, I can't argue on it after that. That's all. That's all. Fire Gunner. I know that you have war with me since Arsenal takes and everything. All right. So hope all is well with you. Let me know which team you're supporting in international football. If it's just Jamaica alone, or you're following all the Arsenal players. Them. All right. Yeah. Sorry about Amala. Go ahead. Me have to just burn out Fire Gunner.
Yeah, man, and somebody was saying something, and I tell him said there's only two teams in this Copa America. Alvarez cannot start in it. It's Argentina and Uruguay.
Yep.
Those are the two teams. Every other team he walks in. Somebody was saying that they don't think he's that good.
What?
Every other team, the same mighty Brazilian team everybody reveling about, he walks into that midfield as a CDM.
If Alvarez comes to Jamaica, he's the best ball on the field, period. Like, even, I just think he'll be the most important ball up on the field. Period. Just period. Even over Ethan Pinnock, he would have been the best baller. Because that's what we need. That's what we need to become a team, you know? I would take even Roma. I would take Roma today, Marlon. Today.
JD,
Roma just come and Roma a big baller in the Jamaica team today. No.
you know, every time I hear people like you and Marlon make statements like those, It breaks my heart how we have a young player that shows everything to say he can develop into something of the same ilk of these players, but he's not given the opportunity to even do what he's able to do at the level he's at right now. Jamaica against Mexico last night could have used a Kiroy Anderson, and it would have increased our chances of beating or drawing with Mexico by more than 10%.
People say me 8 when me talk, so me not gonna talk on them today. But I let me move on because I want to close the show.
I played from the goalkeeper to CDM for
Pass
all
play.
my life when I play football at Jamaica.
Yeah, but
Any novice that watch football knows what is required from a CDM. The CDM is supposed to protect your defense line. A CDM cannot be ahead of the number 9. Every nunku know that. If your CDM is ahead of your number 9 should be where the CDM should be. And since Bowser does not play defense, that CDM should not be on the park. I have said my say.
all right, all right. So let me move on now. Sean says those Mexican players aren't of a level if you compare them to Jamaica players. Maybe some of them, but most of them, it's not. It's a disgrace. I wouldn't say that, because Mexican league ain't a easy league, and the English league is overrated sometimes, as it relates to these teams. So don't, because I thought that Pineda and those guys are at the level as all of the Jamaican players them. So we can't just disrespect them. I think Romo is criminally underrated. To be honest.
Team. Roma,
Alvarez Jimenez would have gone into the team, or the two full. Artega, you would have put Artega in our team, right?
I think I go on the left back. I think
Yeah.
I think Dexter is better than Sanchez, especially with age, right?
And the crossing ability, Marlon, and the crossing ability. Because
Right.
Dexter cross and I tell them, say, Dexter, you're there. The crossing ability.
I think in the past, I think going to Hearts has really improved his game offensively, because if he have back three, he's more going forward now.
Nimard, I don't know where you come from, but no. Nope. Dixon can't get in that starting position. I don't know if it's a group people coming with this argument, because a lot of people come with it. No, Dixon not deserve no starting position in a Jamaica team. Not one bit. I'm not change my mouth. I am not gonna get bullied from nobody. I have seen nothing at all to agree to that. All right, so that's how I want to go into the next game, so we can start our analysis on the game. And this is just my take. So, Fire Gunner, if you want to get upset, it's just my opinion. So if you choose not to like this one, you cannot skip part this video. But I'm going to give my take based on what I saw. No, I don't believe it. So, anyways, now we have our next game that played. Venezuela 2-1 victory over the actual favorites for the group, which is Ecuador. 2-1. They had a red card very early in the game. Thought that it was just an incident upon true accident, and it was a red card for Valencia. But the game showcase that Ecuador is very much of a challenge team. All right. Okay, no problem, Nimad. But I expect you to believe that. And I hope they put him on the field soon for you to see that nothing like that actually will happen, so we can get past it. And I want to know how long. I think that if I have to go through this 2 more years, that will just dig up somebody else from Jamaica and continue. I'm not going to continue with Jamaican content. I honestly believe if I have to go through 2 more years with these kids, I am done. I am not staying here. I can't bother with it. Because every 2 years, you come with a next madness and forget about the next madness when you actually talked before. All right? I'm very sorry, people. All right? Bro, why are you so picky? I moved from... No. I get your comment, so I gave my take. So all right, so if I'm not gonna read no more of your comments, all right? Yeah, man. So let's do your thing, big boss, because you're saying that I'm picky. When we have the show, it's orderly. We have to do comments at the time. We saw a comment, we had it on the screen, we have to read it. So sorry, I never knew that you never want me to read a comment. So let me leave it alone. You directly said JD, so that's why. Yes, I will leave. I will leave. I won't do any Jamaican content anymore because it's not sensible. Some of these conversations that we're having, it's not, and I don't enjoy it because I know what I'm saying is true, and I think that you guys are giving these things life, so it has to force in the national team. I honestly believe that. Because any propaganda that propagates as long as possible in Jamaica, it becomes a forced thing. And it happens, and then it stalls the actual true progress of the team. That's what I truly believe. You understand me? So I don't want it, man. I don't want it, man. You know?
JD,
I'm tired of that, man. I just want honesty. I just want honesty, and just want you guys to just support the real thing. We have a good team. Just support the real ballers, then the man, and give the little youth them time for grow. And then when them drop off, nobody talks about Zimenez anymore. Nobody talks about what the next one named the midfielder. Nobody talks about Pearson anymore. Nobody talks about Devante Campbell anymore. Nobody talks about even Whisper anymore. Whisper just come here, you know. Whisper was the biggest thing, you know. Last 2 months, you know. It might be the biggest thing, you know. Only thing Whisper does is make more headlines with Craig Butler nowadays. We don't talk about them anymore. So it's Kaim Dixon now, and then next week a different thing. Maggie, Maggie. You get me?
But JD, as I said, the player coming in the team, I will never compare Whisper and Dixon. Because I see why Dixon has something to the team, I don't see why Whisper to the team. Right? At least I see he try to link up play. He doesn't try to dribble and kick. He's running on the field, he's pressing everything, so you have to give him that. Right?
Yeah.
I have to give him credit where credit is due.
Yeah,
right?
but we give him the credit. We give him the
He's
credit.
a young lad, and he's a young lad.
Marlon, the bullying have to start. Why we have to just come with that just that over the top delusional take? Oh,
Yeah, there's
we
a
need to
coach
start
here.
this man. Yeah?
The coach here, if the coach feels that if he starting, he'll start it. If he feel that he's at the quality to start it in a high
No,
state,
but Marlon, they gonna just watch up and with the next game when him don't start again. They are gonna start beat the coach for him not to start him and say Mikel Antonio bash with next. You understand me, Marlon? You know get me frustration.
JD, you know, there's a thing that happened with the West Indies with the West Indies team where King got injured, and there were persons in the comments said that it is a blessing in disguise that King gets injured. I hope the coach does not follow the foolishness and play Dixon against Venezuela. Dixon's career is going to be impacted negatively if he plays him against Venezuela. Venezuela go cut in lace. If he believes what he come on and do against Mexico, he can do that against Venezuela. In career done before he start. I don't want him to have to get injured.
I don't even want to look at that. And
JD, I don't want him to have to get injured for these mental dwarfs to realize that there's a difference in levels in football, education, and quality. You playing a Dixon against Venezuela and clip it, mark it down 10. If Grim puts on Dixon against Venezuela for more than 10 minutes, in Copa done.
I wouldn't put it so far still, but I agree that some of the tackles would be ridiculous and he would have gotten into this bus, but that's just the normal thing for these South American teams. But I'm just saying, I don't think the player is ready, none at all. I think you guys are forcing it, and this is on the coach because he keeps on putting some of these kids in some games that are not the highest profile games. Then they score a goal and the fans them get over the top because obviously he's a local guy and the local hope because they are local and they want to believe that they're better than the other guys. They sell an sensationalism and then put pressure on himself, and then when he doesn't do it and then beat him, then him come out and ball. So it's a coach's problem, brother. Pick the players them if you think that they're truly good to make the team. And start just pick the players them because you're saying that you're not going off performances, you're going off upsides and all sorts of mathematics. I think these coaches are putting themselves in that bad light.
The
Mm-hmm.
coach put himself in that position. So I am not fighting the Dixon's selection because the coach placed himself in that position when he went to
Yeah,
appease
yeah,
certain
yeah,
sections of the football fan base and what you would say leadership in
Pastor,
Jamaica football. So
yeah. Go
he
ahead.
put himself in that. So I'm not even having any conversation about Dixon's readiness
but
for selection. But
Pastor,
the fact that he's there, I am saying we need to stop the stupidness and play the players, the quality players that we have, and make decisions in the
Let
best
me try.
interest of the team.
Yeah, go
So
ahead,
far,
Marlon. Or finish fast and then go ahead, Marlon.
yeah,
Because we want to get
so
into the next
far,
one.
I don't think the decision to bring on Dixon against Mexico aided the team not even 1%. The clear change that needed to have been made, yeah, Gray just come back from injury. Um, if you felt that there was rest that you needed to protect whether Gray or Michael Antonio, you could have brought on Cephas. If you had a defensive because your defense was so bombarded and you feel that you needed to put fresh legs there, okay, you put on a defender. So even if the defender of your choice is is Damian Lowe, I am not going to fight you because you're putting on a defender for a defender that you're substituting. Anyone the coach feel like he wants to substitute, I would have my preference, but I'm not even going down that route. So if you're bringing on Damian Lowe to be fresh, to have fresh legs in your defensive unit that has been bombarded for the whole game, yes, that. If you are going to make a
Cross connected.
midfield change, you bring on a midfielder. And this is the stupidest thing I have seen Grim do for the 2+ years when they're here. How do you justify making three changes at the same time when you're behind the 8 ball? Which coaching class that is a part of the lecture? Grim is qualified, so I am asking the question, JD, since you're into this football education thing, which tutorial that is in? Because if you break up the team in all 3/3, doesn't that suggest a greater level of difficulty for you to achieve cohesion and you're already under the press? This brings is Grim might need psychological evaluation. This is the worst decision I've seen from him in 2+ years.
All right, so we need to go on the next one because I truly don't want to have that conversation. I heard people saying that they agree. Well, no problem. You guys can agree, and that's why I don't really like it anymore. That's why I said I prefer to watch Ecuador and also Valencia because you know what? I'm gonna honestly look at football and just look at what they are truly doing, and we can be honest to ourselves. You know, I know that when once you come back to the Jamaica conversation, it's just gonna be it's just gonna be some stress out conversation, man. But I don't believe it, people, and I don't want to have that conversation. If he does get the game, the coach them know what they're seeing, and I hope that he does score 50 goals and we win as Jamaica. All right, I hope that happen. I don't think it's going to happen, but I hope so. I hope so. All right, and then I hope you know finally get what you guys want. You know finally get a local opponent can cling on to because Bailey actually not not help you guys out and Whisper look like he's not the answer either. They might be good players in their club careers, but it looks like they're going to be problems for Jamaica, and you guys are looking for that, all right? And you guys don't want it from a king. When you don't want it from a king, and you don't want it from one of the actual players, them like a Shamar Nicholson or a Andre Blake or a Wait. You guys don't want that. So no, just want the next local young hope, and I hope that it is the case. But for me, I truly don't care anymore. You know. Yeah, but if you think he's ready, Damien, I don't want to have that conversation anymore, and I'm done right now. And that let me just go to the other teams and that actually played, and we can break it down from there. All right, because I want to look at what Jamaica has to do after. They have to play the game, and Dixon ain't the 11 players on the field. All right, a player that comes on 10 minutes in the game or 20, 15 minutes in the game. That's what you want me to talk about the whole day, brother. Do you see something wrong with you, man? Let me just move on from that and we'll just go to um the next game now. So this is the next game. All right, this is the next game. Ecuador. Marlon, go ahead, big boss. I am done. I am done. GMG. All right, please. I'm done. I want to stop. I'm done. Let me move on to the next one. Um, so Ecuador, Jamaica. Ecuador, Jamaica. Marlon, they said Ecuador losing. Obviously, you have to put context to that. Um, but they're still 7.3 to 7 favorites over Jamaica. Oh, you expect this? You think that the last will shock them and what you saw from Jamaica, we can topple them?
I think um basically the Mexico team we still know that they're better than Ecuador same way. And Ecuador yesterday although they were playing with 10 man for 70 something minutes, right? For 60 something minutes, I basically see where they had a lot of opening. I didn't see that. I didn't see that tight knit defensive game from them, and I think if we get the chance to run at them, I think the opportunity is there for us.
So Marlon, oh, so you said Mexico better than Ecuador.
Yeah,
You found that out after watching the game yesterday?
no, JD in football, Ecuador than Mexico.
Why? But Ecuador was the favorite to everybody, even in your estimation that the Ecuador would have come in first, Marlon.
Because I have Ecuador to beat something like to beat Venezuela.
Okay, so based on the structure, you had Ecuador coming through. Okay.
As they have Venezuela, and I think that both of them. Remember, I said that both of them will match up against each other with that cagey game, right? But what I was looking for Ecuador to the free flowing game, I didn't see it.
Okay. Well, you don't think that they never get the chance because they're playing a South American team, and we have to give credit to Venezuela at the start, and then they got the red card, so everything kind of changed.
Judy, that's why I said I thought they would have match up better against Venezuela. That's why I said had them beating Venezuela, right? And join with Jamaica and Mexico.
Okay, and drawing with Jamaica. Okay, damn, wow. I never knew you look at I thought that I was impressed with what they did yesterday. I was impressed with what they did, and I think that in Jamaica game, because we don't play at the same intensity as them in all three thirds, I think we're going to see a different Ecuador team in the Jamaica game because Venezuela was. I think thinking a discussion. I think you're not giving Venezuela as much credit because I think they are very much better than what I first thought. That's what I see still, Marlon.
No, but JD, remember I tell you from last week what Venezuela were doing, right? And even their defense yesterday, their defense was open as well.
Yes,
and
yes.
and I said it from last week that Venezuela the team is built on defense. So if they score one goal on you, you're gonna have hell to break them down because there's only one team over the past 15 months that scored 2 goals on them, and it's Italy.
Yeah.
So it shows. But there's a lot of entries for Ecuador yesterday. I don't know if the weather had anything to do with it. That's why their defense were that open. But
or Marlon or Ecuador is actually good. or Marlon Ecuador. Marlon, I see me. I try to save you, Marlon. I see me. I try to save you.
Marlon,
if you look
I hear your assessment, but this is what I'm going to put forward. South America has what you would call three teams that everybody look up to. But when they are playing these three teams, they make it extremely difficult for them, even when they look up to them. So when Brazil plays a Venezuela or plays a Ecuador, Brazil is in a match for every minute of the game. Argentina, the same thing. These teams don't give no quarters to teams that they respect. And so 9 out of 10 times when they have oppositions that are not rated as high as they are, they overrun them. The physicality of a Venezuela shows up in every game that they play. Ecuador is a little bit more silky, but I don't believe we can just look at it and say that a defense line is opened when they're playing against Ecuador. I would want to take the view that I think JD is trying to present, that the Ecuadorian midfield and offense line is good enough to make inroads in any of the defense line in South America. I would want to believe that. And the reason for that is when you look at Ecuador against any of the South American teams, they show up. And the goalkeeper have to make big saves and the defense line make blocks. So that is saying something again about the offense line of Ecuador. Not so much that a defense line is playing open, but more so that the Ecuadorians are good. And
Yes,
Ah, yeah.
Pastor.
Go
Remember,
ahead, Marlon.
Pastor, remember, say South American football is what I watch mostly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Ecuador, when they play in Quito, you have
Mm-hmm.
to go there to beat them, right?
Yeah.
Right? Venezuela, Caracas, very, very good. But as I said, they don't travel that well. So that's two things, right? But I have said Batista has gone there and has built up this defensive unit, right? That's where he's embarked on going into that game the first thing, not to lose it. So that's why I say when they score one goal on you, you have to fight to score back on them,
Okay.
right?
Okay. Okay.
And you saw from the equalize yesterday and having an extra man on the field, right? They were more expressive,
Okay.
right? They took more risks.
true.
So Marlon, based on what you saw from Jamaica, because I'm trying to understand, like I'm trying to learn, and what you saw in that game. I obviously said that you believe that you explain what you explain. So based off that, and I heard someone said them me well want to see Jamaica lose. Some of why I don't know where these
Don't
commenters
respond to
come
them
from.
foolishness, JD.
Some of these
Continue
do
the
something
trend of
wrong in
thought
a
where you
man.
ask Marlon.
I don't know
Don't respond to
why.
them the
I
rubbish.
don't know why these guys come with these takes when they have so much channels. Jamaica have the most channels. You have channel than actual content. I have never seen that. You have more channel than content. So if you don't like me and you think that I want Jamaica to lose, you don't have to come here. Please, I'm begging you to sign up to believe me, we have people where you are gonna love. So that's good here. Me, I am not for you, and I will never change for you either because I have balls. I don't sure if you have any. Um, I am just asking what so let me go into we can set up then. Let me do that better because what we saw we can look at it a little bit better now to make a stern understanding of the situation. So Marlon, you'd have gone with the same approach and then change up the players them?
I think Julie, I think the defense line go with the same back three, right? But I think we need legs. Either he's gonna use three in the middle, right? He's gonna have to use those four in it. So you basically we play 3-4-2-1.
Three,
So
four, two, one.
right,
Yeah.
guess what? The three against two in the midfield, and and the three against the two in the midfield is gonna hurt us, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you put two tacklers there, it's gonna hurt us, right? And I think um Ecuador the wing backs Presedo gonna attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ikapi is not a left back, but what he will come down the line, try to square the ball, and he's gonna be physical, but he will leave gap for you to run at, right? Even yesterday, you saw it yesterday. Santaologa had a lot of openings there, right? But the defenders came back. What's the name? The guy that played for Frankfurt came back and helped him out every time. So
Mm-hmm.
you will get gaps there. But at the same time, if you give Sai and Sorrentino and these guys inside the midfield, Rodriguez when he comes off the bench in the midfield to pass their way out, right? You have to go man to man there with them, and that's why and that's why Mexico also us last night.
Mm-hmm. So, you want to start it? Or Pastor, you have any take before we start this squad? Because we want to make this squad and then we are
Um,
done for today. Then we can go more deeper, like everyone get a chance to
what
go back,
what
refresh
Marlon
memory,
just
and then
said,
yeah.
what Marlon just said is that the coach has to change his decision to give up the midfield.
We will rotate the squad. Jesus God.
Ecuador is going
Oh my
to
God.
hurt us badly if he decides to play from the get go, giving up the midfield. So he will need to make a decision if he's going to play a back three or he's going to play 4-4-2, whatever I'm out do, he has to have three persons in the midfield at least. If we give up the wing, the wings too, the more hurt we see him way. This is what some people don't understand. Both Ecuador and Venezuela players are physically more combative than the Mexicans. So Mexico got 50 breakaways against us. Our defense stopped 30 of them. Imagine a team that is more physically combative than Mexico. What that says,
But
whoever the
Pastor,
analyst is for the Reggae Boys have to
Pastor,
put these things to the coach for the coach to make a decision.
Pastor, Pastor, you have to also put the quality of players on, right? Mexico move the ball faster in transition than Ecuador,
Yes,
right?
I agree with that.
You have to also put in that.
But here's what's true. We can all agree that for Jamaica, this game that we played, the first game, was not a brutal game. The next two will be. We were beaten by a team that played with higher levels of technicality. These two teams, technicality seem to be above the Reggae Boys, and their physicality is certainly above Mexico.
I want to say that,
So
Pastor.
we,
I,
huh?
I, I say that, because a lot of persons think that the Mexican team is not physical enough.
You're physical.
I
But
believe they're physical. I'm just saying that both
Listen,
Ecuador
when
and
you listen,
Venezuela are more physical than them
well, they
because they rely more.
might play more reckless. I want to say more physical. They might play more reckless. Because guess what? Because Mexico always have the ball, right? When they need to impose a physicality, they impose it.
All right.
yeah, I could see
I
from both of
think
you
I
guys'
think I
standpoint.
think we are cross talking. So let me say if I say it differently. By virtue of playing positional football, Mexico don't need to tackle for it as much as Ecuador and Venezuela. The reason Ecuador and Venezuela I don't believe they even try to play position football, is that they are going to want to play you man on man because they know what their physical attributes are. So, for the Jamaicans who like to talk about big, fast, and strong, brace yourselves because you're going to see what big, fast, and strong is. Because they're going to be more direct, they're going to come at you because they have no fear in losing 50-50 to you, a 50-50 ball to you. And if the coach could come out and articulate that we were losing, well, he never need to say it because everybody that watched the game saw that we lost more than 97% of the second balls.
Yeah, it was definitely bad. I think that was where they dominate every time they really control the game, Marlon. is off those second balls because we keep on kicking the ball away and then we can't latch on. And Mikel Antonio did a good job to fight for it, and then the bounce down, we just couldn't get to it. What I was so upset, I don't know if I remember this moment, Marlon, when I saw 4 Mexican run into a second ball and no Jamaican close to them. And I'm saying, oh, in the world 4 players get to 1 ball and we don't have a Jamaican close to the Marlon. How
Remember
that
the
is
team,
possible?
the team under pressure now. You have the midfield back on the edge of the 18-yard box, right?
Mm-hmm.
And,
Yes.
and you have the midfield back on the 18-yard, and so Pinnock had to play the ball long as an outlet.
I
To say,
know, but remember, but Marlon, the
and
problem is not.
give the 4 defenders.
But Marlon, that is good with Pinnock. Pinnock play the ball long. But after that, remember Casey Palmer was there, but it looked like him just couldn't kick on the energy. Barbary just couldn't kick on energy. And then 4 man just swarmed the 1 ball. So I was just, it make you feel not good. You understand, Marlon? That's all I'm saying. It just make you feel not good, even though you know that these guys are trying their heart out. But I just saw it and I was asking questions. I'm not trying to go over the top people. I just saw it and I was not really. I'm just saying it looks like these guys, either they just used to the region a little bit more than us. And that's why I wanted to ask the question, Marlon. If you think that we still acclimatize the region.
Let me answer Chris Smith. Chris Smith, I am the one who came out and said Venezuela hasn't conceded 2 goals in almost 50 months. Right? Italy is the only team that scored 2 goals on them. Right? Mm-hmm. I see the team is built on defense. I've watched them play live.
Yeah.
I have sat down and watched them play. And I said the coach build the team on defense. Same like how the Argentina under 20 team, where everybody couldn't score for them. That's how he built the team same way. And that's why I said defensively in the group, they're gonna be dangerous to break down when they score 1 goal on you. Right? You see Brazil couldn't score upon them. With all the firepower that Brazil couldn't score on them.
And Brazil goalkeeper, goal scorer.
Right?
All right. So Marlon, make a finish up now because I have a little bit of time. I want to get a squad together. Because other people really want just want a squad, them just want something else to believe, So let me give them something else to believe in, Marlon. Cause you say we can bust down Ecuador, So give me a squad and give me some information where you think we can improve on if we get the thing done. Once Marlon midfield, you see, man. Marlon, go ahead with the midfield, big boss. Pick the squad and they give you a midfield, big boss.
You know that I will start by the same team.
The same exact team, everybody?
Yeah, but I'm gonna go 4-1-4-1.
Alright, so 4-1-4-1. Oh, I think you just change up everything. Oh Lord.
Take out Bowser, because guess what? JD, I need that coverage in the midfield. I'm gonna take out I'm gonna take out the striker, right? I think I need Nicholas Anthony on the field. His physicality on the 18-yard box. I'm gonna want him on the field for that, right?
Antonio. All right. So and then Bobby Reed over the right hand side, right?
Yeah. So I will carry Anderson for Nicholson.
Anderson. And guys, this is a wrong Anderson, all right? It's the white version of him. He might use some bleaching cream, so hope you understand. Casey Palmer.
You'll get to that trouble again. You already said the black boy. No, we're going to talk about the white version of him.
The browner version, that is Governor Anderson playing. All right, so Marlon, so who else are you using? We're going to throw Bobby Reed inside midfield?
No, Bobby Reed up here right midfield. So I'm carrying Anderson.
Let me keep Latibody here play the position.
Yes. That's why I say 4-1-4-1. So if I want to go in a back 3, I can go in a back 3.
All right. All right, so Joel Latibody, you're playing it. All right, I like it so far. And then we'll be big bad Bernard here.
Bernard and Pinnock.
So he gave the coach. You guys hear anything on the road if Bernard was injured or something? Or it was just a change him saying make?
That's the question everybody asks. He didn't say nothing about Bernard.
Okay. Greg Lee. Oh my God. Left hand side. Demi starts back again for you?
Yeah.
All right. So that is Marlon's team, people. All right, that's a team to get something against Ecuador. All right, the Anderson of Suriname, yes, and Jamaica, yes. So Pastor, you have anything to say about this? And people in the chat, you have anything to say about this? So all of the man them with the Kaim Dixon and all them people, now is the time to turn up because we just pick a squad and we have 30 more minutes. All right.
All right. I could rate that squad highly.
I like it. I like it.
I
Because the
I could
midfield
rate the
offers some
squad
more
highly.
skill.
Um, because in my squad I would have also brought in Kirai Anderson, but I would have replaced, and I probably would have gone the same 4-1-4-1. But I would have had Kiroy where he has Latibodier, and so I would have Bowser up top and Michael Antonio in the mid, right there. So who you have there? So definitely I would have Palmer and Bobby Reed inside. So that, yeah.
Okay. I am not gonna. It's a good starting. Okay, give me some numbers and let me just do it because I want to run a
I
Maxi to give it an
I,
8.5.
I, I,
Sean
I
give
could
it a
easily
7.
I could
And
easily give his squad a
then
9.
then then Juras says, I enjoy Marlon's analysis. Okay, well, thank you, Juras, and thank you for not enjoying ours. All right, we're not begging a friend from your boy. Boy, Juras, we're not begging no friend. All right, yeah, man. So, we're not stroke no ego. All right, yeah, man. So
So
Marlon a new sensation on the planet now. Marlon, pick up for them. Marlon, what me see him commenting, I got cuss
I
you, see, man.
JD, the, let me outlay what my squad how my squad would
I am
set up.
not I'm not changing the
No, you
pastor
don't have to
because
change it. I'm just
I
saying it. You don't have to change it.
I don't want them to give you a low vote and then you and them out here fight because
No, no,
even
no,
if
no,
they
no.
do something, well, Pastor, listen, even if they do something better than Marlon, they are going to start fighting because Trey make some strong talk about the other people them, and then you and them have a war like every stream. Oh,
I understand that, but I would want Michael Antonio playing inside of Damari Gray and Palmer playing inside of Bobby Reed. So I want Bobby Reed out wide and Palmer. So Palmer and Michael Antonio at the top inside both of them so and
where's the
Bowser
Palmer?
out as point.
You say
So
Palmer
Palmer would be
outside.
on the left side. Yeah. And I'd put Bobby Reed out on the flank.
So Palmer out on the flank and Bobby out on the flank, and them are
No,
inside.
no, 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 no. Demari
Marlon,
Gray on the
the
left.
Concacaf King. Oh my God.
Demari Gray on the left. Demari Gray on the left flank.
Yes.
Bobby Reed on
Okay.
the right flank. But Michael Antonio is left inside, and Palmer is right inside.
Pastor, stop stressing me, no, man.
Are you a change
The
without hearing
system,
what
the
me say?
system, the system. We can't put the system different from the automatic placements. So it's a little bit different. It's not the normal
Okay.
system we have. So you put
Yeah.
where you want him to play specific. So all right, this is what Pastor wants. So give him the same marks. All right.
So the only difference would be in my team is that he would keep Latibodier and he would take out Bowser. I would take out Latibodier and keep Bowser.
All right, so let's go to the chat now. Cause Wara started the chat. Marlon, the Concacaf analysis king. Oh my God. So I lost my crown without even know. Oh my God. man was smoke Marlon every day, 3 times a week. Then Sean says Marlon always give you a different insight that you aren't aware of. So what will I give you? The one them what you're aware of? Oh God. All right,
Kudos
all
to
right.
Marlon.
All right, so yeah, you have to give Marlon his credit. All right, Marlon is a walking football encyclopedia. Oh my God! You know, may just pick up anybody from out of the chat next time and just put it on. This is not directed to Marlon, but I'm just gonna put anybody else because if me and Pastor alone they hear them say, "Yeah, man, Pastor the best thing." No. That Pastor is the only person I brought on that they feel to say you're the best thing, you know. But
No.
everybody
Me
else
never get
always
that
be the
credit.
best thing, you know. Yes, I because you eat on the man them sensational players too much. or else
No,
you would have
no.
gotten the role. All right.
It's because
Yes.
I use adjectives that are worldwide accepted, but
Okay. Oh my
they
God,
have to go
Jesus
Google it
God.
to find out what I am saying, and then come
Oh
back and
my.
tell lies, and me
Oh
call them
Lord.
fool
Oh Lord
and
God.
dunce.
Oh Lord God. Pastor, that's why young people more every week.
Yeah, because
All right. So read my last comment. All right. So this man about you have to read his last comment. I enjoy Pastor too. He just take a while to make his point, but he's a pastor after all. Jesus God. Oh my Lord. Disrespect. Oh Lord.
I
Dan
guess you have the
Johnny.
best. I guess you have the best. You have the best subscribers in the chat.
Oh my God. JD was starting Boza and Antonio working out. No, I don't think, because what they wanted Boza to do, Boza look like he's just not up for that, you know. Boza just want to be in front of the goal, just bomb in a goal and put up him gun finger them, you know.
But
the
JD,
extra work he
that's the
doesn't want.
reason. That's the reason I would play him. You see those crosses that, and I think he will only get better as he gets more supply. You see
Mm-hmm,
those crosses that Lembakisi keep putting in.
mm-hmm.
Boza is going to improve his scoring quotient of those crosses. He will get better with the supply when Lembakisi start giving him. I tell you. So that's why I would start him, and then I don't intend to play Boza and Michael Antonio together for more than about 60-65 minutes.
Okay. Uh All right, so the war still continues in the chat, people. Marlon is the Cruyff, JD is the Pep. Okay, my God. So the things that which Cruyff, which one are older? Let me Cruyff no old man. So are they so they're trying to say Marlon is old? Yeah, man, because Cruyff was born in 47, man. All right.
Mm-mm.
1947. Marlon, they are giving you credit, but they are taking away some of your credit at the same time, because they're saying you're the old master. Marlon, all that old. Marlon is 75. No, man, not disrespect Marlon. Marlon, you're not replying to Arya, take the praise. Marlon, take the praise, So, guys, give me some instant prediction based on what you saw yesterday. Are you guys saying that we're gonna box down? Give me just a fast prediction. We're gonna give more as we analyze, because obviously we weren't going to come here and actually talk directly on predictions and stuff. So the first thing what you saw just a while ago, from both teams, who you having now, and then obviously we're gonna do a proper analysis on it and give our prediction. Who you have now, Pastor? Who you have now winning it, and people in the chat get it going, because we're closing off now. Getting going. Pastor, give your take. Who you have winning the next one?
All right.
Ecuador versus Jamaica.
Ecuador versus Jamaica. I want Jamaica to win. I
Okay.
still haven't learned to trust the coach that he's going to make sensible decisions.
Oh my God.
So I'm going to say the game is won on the odd goal,
All right.
because I believe the quality of the players that we put on the park, JD, whether you want to use the team that Marlon suggests or the team that the coach used against Mexico or my team, the quality of the players on the park, I believe, counts for something. And that is the something that made us only lost by one against Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe the game will be decided by the odd goal, and I'm hoping Jamaica wins.
Okay. So okay, so all right. This was just a first look in. All right,
So
the chat is all over the place. Man,
the
so we
game
get
is going
three
to,
nil.
in my mind, end
We
about
get
2-1 or
1-1.
1-0. I'm
Okay.
hoping it is Jamaica that wins.
Okay.
There's a high possibility of a draw, but I'm hoping for a win, because it is a win that puts us in the position to come out of the group.
Marlon, you first look at it. You have any slight favorites going into this, Marlon?
Well, it's a must-win game for both teams.
Okay.
Both teams are on the back foot. But
Okay.
as I said, when you sit and analyze how both teams play,
Uh-huh.
and I think we can nick them this time.
All
Um,
right.
they don't have Valencia, and we know the truth. Valencia is like Mikel Antonio, physical, right? Predator in the box, right? I think he's a goal scoring threat for them, right? If you look at Ecuador, he has scored probably around 40% of their goal over the past 3 years. So I think he's a big miss for them in these two games that they have remaining. But if we can beat them, that really set us up going forward into the
All
Venezuela
right.
game.
Yeah. All right. So, people are not really confident, but I saw a lot of people still saying that Jamaica, only Nimard still talking about this kid, talking about if him not get a certain amount of minutes, we can't win, all sorts of madness. But everyone else kind of split with
We
it.
have to remember this, we have to remember this. It's not one player play the football, right? We saw the new sensation in South American football, right? Kendrick Rice, right? We saw him yesterday, and
Yeah.
a lot of person was saying that he he didn't fit the team yesterday.
Yeah,
But
he
yet,
was trying, but he was trying. You could see it's his actual talent and what level he's at.
yeah,
But
you can
definitely, he
see,
never fit in the game for real. I would agree, Marlon. He was struggling to get into the game, but he's young. He's young
yeah.
and at that level of talent. And imagine that, Marlon, with that level of talent that he has, that was displayed, people still saying that he never fit in, which we agree to. So why, when he come on to Jamaica, we can't talk the truth then, Marlon?
Yeah, but that's why I said, JD. I said Dixon is there. Give him time. The player's improving, and I said from the player who I came and saw play for the first time live in March, right? He has improved leaps and bounds.
Them a beat you, Marlon. This brother named Damian Nimrod. I just want to see who else he gonna latch onto. I will agree to Marlon. Said that it's gonna be a closer game at this point, people. The odds says that Ecuador are the 7-1 favorites. I want to say that Ecuador slightly have the better team. Like in midfield, I think Marlon agreed to the midfield as well. But I am telling you, midfield is vital towards football because it gives you more rotational pieces and more control of
But
games. And
JD,
I
that's why I go with that midfield.
yes, I know, but I'm factoring what the coach actually will do. Me, he's not gonna do that still. Um, yeah, man.
Marlon, I have no confidence that sensibility, truth,
So
or
hold on. Oh,
right
Pastor, take over my time. Pastor,
will
don't talk,
factor
and
in the
take over my time.
decision what
Oh
goes
my
on
God.
on the field. So we can put up our best 11, compensating for the opposition and us getting our best chances of producing good openings. I don't have no confidence that that will happen. When the coach show me, I will start believe it.
All right. John said, JD, you can't fix the world and you can't change everybody's mind. Okay. Thank you very much, Jump Up TV. And I'm not trying to, but I'm trying to present the fact. So in their lab, they can take it and just really look at it and say, this is the facts. All right. Damien says we miss Bailey. Marlon.
No comment.
Marlon. Marlon, I know you don't want to talk on these things, but what wrong with we as a people, Marlon? In our art, you are dear, Marlon. You are dear on the island. What is wrong with us as a people, Marlon? Why we can't just accept what we have and respect the other people, Marlon? Just educate me, big boss. This is a chance that you educated me. Why we can't be better as a people?
I miss Amarabel, I miss Andre Blake as well.
Oh God. Ah. We need to stop. Agreed, Marlon. We miss the other players them just to see. Oh, Dear man, can you just, dear man, can you just go on about your business, brother? I'm begging you, just go on about your business. I'm begging you. Here, the Marlon. Yes, he not agree with you, no. He boy worried, you know, but him cannot just
But Jerry, I think Mexico miss Ochoa, they miss Gallardo,
thank you.
right? They miss Aro. So, but I said we miss our captain, right?
Oh God.
Our number one
Uh,
left back.
this is the first time laugh, so something is wrong with it. Yeah, Marlon, you're coming in, man.
Eh?
Oh my God.
So Jerry, big miss. Who's the bigger
God.
miss?
But Marlon, you know the man him. Marlon, you know you get on the man him nerves, brother. You know you get on the you get on the dance and nerves.
No, so Jerry, you see the miss a player, so he said we miss players, so me I make you know say we miss other players as well.
Why? The man, just leave it alone, big boss. The man explain to you.
But the man, may I say Dixon there, so we know if it was mixed be there. Dixon, right? Dixon has offered something in the team. He scored, right?
Oh my God. Boy, Marlon, maybe me need to take a book out of a page out of a Marlon book, you know. And just throw them back as well too. But you see, if me do that, Pastor, you see, if me if I do that to Marlon, oh my God. The disrespect
you
will make it
can
behind
do all
it.
what you want to do, you know. I have the image of the pastoral office to protect. I have no comment.
Okay,
Because
all right.
as much as the truth will set you free, I am sure hearing it from me will be
Pastor,
offensive.
miss, them are Amara in the team and Andre Blake.
Yes,
Marlon,
Pastor,
I
which we
have
do.
no comment.
But
I
you
am
know,
fully in agreement with your response. I have no comment. I totally
all right.
accept and
Big guy.
appreciate your response.
Marlon, I'm gonna show you
You are
how
Marlon, you are very
Pastor,
correct.
stop cutting me off, Pastor. Let me speak, Pastor. Let go my head and make my brain function. All right. Let go my head. All right. So, anyways, Marlon, I'm at my bed, you know, people, because and guys, this disrespect of people calling me 12 o'clock. If you do that again, you're going to get blocked from my cell phone. You get me? Yes, you are going to 195% block. Real life block. Don't do it. Have respect for my life. But anyways, let me give you the joke when me see happen. All right? Let me give you a joke when me see happen. The other day, I was sleeping, woke up, and then I had a call because someone woke me up out of my bed, you know, with a call, you know, and I almost wake up my kid, you know, which I'm really going to lose it one day, you know. I mash up the phone and mash up somebody across the line as well, too. Yeah, because me have to lose it, you know. Talk is cheap. Oh God, whatever. So, anyways, no. The a party keep people, and two man. Me I go call out one, determine a one of them. Him send me the clip of the party, and the other man send the party. Man start send me sheets of money that made back from the party, from what don't make from the party, and tell me how ram the party was and all of them stories, yeah. Guys, I want to tell you that you don't like football because most of you never watch the game and put so much thought in the game than the actual have to text me to send me mix up so I can come and talk about Liam Bailey more. They actually want this. They send me every detail. I don't have to research nothing. You see, like I have to watch the game Marlon 54 times, break down this, break down that. The man them give me every detail. Me just need to turn up with the mix up.
So that means I need to do a breakdown of the party then.
I break down of the party how much money. I don't know how them even know how much money lose from how much money gain. I don't know how these things possible. So that's how free Jamaica is, Marlon, where you can just
A
know the people
journalist, man.
business.
A journalist. You're talking about going above
That
and
is what you
beyond.
call insider scoop.
So people want just leave.
If Grim thinks a information a leak in a for him circle,
Okay,
him
no
need to
man dance done,
understand.
and by the time the dance done, you know, same spend 40 million and make 6 million. What? So you account every buckle there, every person
Hello,
walking.
JD.
Jesus
Them
God.
people over the fence, then jump the gate, then put bug inside the room where the money account and collect. Them they have them person inside the working group, so they know everything. That is
Okay.
Jamaica for you.
Jason said put a donation and said I miss my great grandmother. R.I.P. Okay. Big ups to great Jason's great grandmother. Maybe I missed the I thought he missed his. He
No,
actually
because
misses his great grandmother.
you missed the concept.
Oh yeah.
Because they said they miss X player, and Marlon said we miss the captain and we
You know,
start in left back.
that
He
Jason is
said
the
he
biggest
missing great
troll. Jason
grandmother.
is the biggest troll on YouTube. You know, he maybe doesn't. That's all he does. That's why you have one nemesis. Believe me, the pillow gang coming back for you. So continue. All right. Yes. Rest in peace to your grandmother, my brother. All right. But you're out here trying to work with the pillow gang. Um. Balakik says, but JD, that could be misinformation. But Balakik, you missed my point. The fact that they still go for those information and they don't do it for football, that tells you how much parties are more important than football. Jason Guna said, is it so easy to get the money from the party and all know we can't see JFF spending? JFF said their spending are always produced on FIFA and Concacaf websites. But the FIFA one, it took the longest time, and they said some issues happened with that said audit, and which they told us first that it was there, you know. Then we don't see it after. So I don't know. But maybe you are checking too as well and you don't see it. I don't know. You need to ask the other persons them. Yeah. Yeah, man, the pillar gang are fix Jason, man. Make him continue. You know? Oh my God! uh, yes, no, Yes, electronics from that they realize, we realize he's gonna get it, man. All right, believe no. Oh man, let me leave that alone. All right, so people, we have come to the end. I thought this was a good one. Obviously, you guys beat me, and that's why we love the program, because at least you guys have the balls always to beat me and tell me that you don't agree. You get me? This is not what you call it? A dictatorship. You guys can say what you have to say, and then I go back at it with the information, and at least we learn some things at the end of the day. The team, I don't think it was the best performance on the day, but it was okay, and it was one of our best performances we put out in the longest time. I thought that we could have done it a little bit better. That's what I thought still. That's how highly I put the ratings on the players them. All right. We have Deshaun Bernard. Deshaun Bernard proved to me that everything that I've said, nobody don't tell me nothing. I said Deshaun Bernard is the second best center back. You guys can change, war all on want, and every match it proved to me. All right, I know Marlon want to say different, Pastor want to say whatever, want to bring out all metrics, everything. I am showing you that my analysis is working. All right. Oh, before we leave, JD, I meant to say we are not afraid to speak our mind. Okay. JD, see how you show peaceful from where the oh my god. I am not. Let me take that off the screen. Let me yo JD, half an hour more. No man. Yeah, Rabian, you have to pay for the half an hour. Come on. Me have to buy food now, My lady in the home, my little baby in the home, and me have to order food now. So the man have to pay me for it. No man, Rabian, $30. $30 for half an hour. $30. I'm going to buy some chicken right now. And I would like but the $30 Rabian. So Yeah, man, I would take a free food Rabian right now. JD, make a mix-up channel. You have creditable sources and content. No, man, I just don't really enjoy that. And remember, I don't have the time, All right, all right, yeah, man. People $30 on the board, and what half an hour gone, and then me just order the food because I was planning to go to KFC, so I could have spent less, to go to KFC. But if I get the 30 now, I can buy it directly from my house. Cost me a whole heap of money for them big bad food. JD, the show. People, if we're not throwing the shades them through the super chats, please don't do the super chats. Them hard, we need $50 from you in order to get 30 minutes more. All right? Nothing like that. $10 per hour? You must mad, man. You think me not pay me light bill? I think I does the food alone. So how can I take your $30 and then use back the light bill out of the $30? Nah, man. You guys take me for a fool, man. Super chat JD, man. Okay, no, man. One thing I have to say, people did support the channel yesterday. We are grateful for that, all right? Yes, man. It's just that man that said he wanted half an hour more. JD, please tell us why Grimmy not playing Anderson. Boy, Lopez, I don't know what's going on, Yeah, man. Keep a party and we come support. All right, so we're gonna keep the party. When is the party, Marlon? The 28th. The 28th. That means the 28th we're run a party. 28 people. We need to see the man them support the party, people. Let me see. We're gonna
Back seal VIP tables.
Back a seal. All right, I'm gonna get 3 bottles of champagne. And yeah, man, people will have to support the party. All right, JD LT Abasi. Oh my God. So so what do you want me to, I have oxtail in the fridge. I bought oxtail. I have turkey. I have turkey that I bought as well. But now I have to string up everything and cook right after people. I only let me reach 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. So I have to go on the road and buy it today, man. Tomorrow, I promise you, I'm going to make my Sunday dinner, all right? I'm going to make my Sunday. Ask Marlon. Marlon sure that Marlon, every time Marlon call me, he know me I make my food. All of the people who call me know that I make my food. If I don't buy it and if I don't cook it on Sunday, I will do it on Monday. Always, every time.
Recipes.
Yeah, man. Marlon, tell the man in the man. Tell the man in the
5 for the oxtail, Pastor.
Yeah, man, I'm going to mash up the
oxtail tomorrow. Eat it.
JD,
people,
JD,
I am not small, so don't let Marlon.
It is a bad example you're setting for Gemma.
I am not small. I need food to fill the body. All right,
It is a bad example you're setting for Gemma that you cook them big pot for you alone. Stop it.
They're from Belgium. They're from Belgium.
Recipes. And a big shed pot.
I didn't Gemma none.
Oh man, she already cook Gemma.
Yeah, Gemma just eat the rice sometimes. The meats them she not really used to pasta. Remember, she get whatever she wants. She go over our grandparents. Our grandparents them like that,
Yeah, man, pasta. So if I put the oxtail up for 2 days,
yeah, man. I took 4 eatings that man, 2 per one day and 2 per the next day. Yes, JD, sure Bailey say I know him alone. Believe me, Mr. Dre. We keep party here in and make. We throw some big party. We throw big parties here. That goes over million and a half. Yeah, we do the biggest party we throw in the line. We go over $1.5 million in Jamaican currency. So we throw some big parties. We could actually keep Bailey party here. Yeah, man. So, but we don't think that that's going to happen anymore because those parties that we were throwing was for causes like to help out, pay for somebody things and to pay for help out football things and stuff, So this one, I'm going to set a RJD, you must be mad, man. Everybody prove. Marlon tell you that, Pastor tell you that, and anybody else call me. I'm always cooking. I bought the things, I order things to come to my house for Jamaica because I can't go to shop and buy everything. So I order them and they come in and then I have them for months and I just cook my food always. So, Mr. Dre, I am almost certain that you can't cook better than me because in Belgium, I learned to be a better cook. Because Belgium and France, believe me, you guys have to give Belgium and France some credit and cooking, Yes, man, they are very good, man. Team Aggressive said, JD, you feel Hector and Pinnock look good defending? Both of them are two talented type of player, but maybe people would say the aggression might be required. So maybe if both of them in a 3 would be more acceptable than a 2, based on a lot of people's liking. Some man no have no good taste, you know. What? A man's making pounded yam. Pounded, what is pounded yam? Let me type it at in. What is pounded yam, Marlon? Is that something? It pounded yam. What? Pounded yam. Okay, it's actually a thing. Okay, pounded yam looks like a dumpling. What is that? That is some African dish. Oh yeah, man, that is some
JD,
African looking
JD,
yam thing, man.
like
Man's
how
not
you
making that,
have,
bro.
like how you have the mashed potato that you add water to and just heat.
Yeah.
The yam is the primary staple in every dish in Nigeria now. So you have yam in
Okay.
every
Okay.
style and fashion
Okay. Okay.
from Nigeria. Um, so rather than ship a piece of yam that can spoil to the developed countries, they dry the
Okay. So
yam
next
and
thing for
put it in
fufu.
flakes or
Pasta.
powder.
Pasta. I just never know the name pasta.
The-
Because I know the
I'm just
fufu name.
explaining to you, being as I did agriculture before I went into ministry, so I know what it is.
Pasta. I
So I'm
swear,
just
pasta.
informing you.
Pasta. Did you go to space before?
Did I go to space? No, I'm not an astronaut.
I promise
I
you,
am not an
Pasta went to
astronaut.
space when he was out there on the ship. Believe me. All right. I am
I'm not an
almost
astronaut.
certain of that. Pastor go to space one of them times here. All right. Anyway, the fufu. One second before we go anywhere. Let me give this because I said I'm going to do this. So we have Brian Mighty. Brian Mighty started a YouTube channel. He's talking about everything football, and it's important. It's important. Support Brian Mighty because he's going to talk about JPL and those things. So what we don't cover, which I don't cover JPL to be honest, you know, but I still can talk about them in certain different dimensions and stuff. But definitely, I think he's going to go more detail. So if you want to keep up at what's going on the JPL, go and support BAM Sports TV. All right. Yes,
Oh,
a
BAM
whole heap of
Sports
channel.
TV.
BAM Sports
Okay.
TV. I'm going to drop the link again. So if you truly want to know, if you want to criticize the players, them at least know about them. And I'm putting the pressure on Mr. BAM Sports TV to do with that because he was in the JPL working and stuff. So he should make sure that's his thing. All right. We will keep on helping him to reach a place that we can say that it's stable enough, you know, because everyone coming on YouTube, I know that they're putting out their time, so I have to show them the respect, and that's why I always show them the respect, at least because I know that it takes a lot of work. We never got that chance when we started, but we have to start somewhere, so at least the playing field will be better. So please go
You
over there
leave
and
the
give him
world a
some
better
support.
place than how you
Yeah.
found it. That's the
Yes, we have,
moral
and
upstanding thing to do.
I think I have to leave it soon because you have Damien and those guys. That will be telling me foolishness every single day. So I will be leaving it soon. All right. So I need it to be in good hands. Yes. All right. Jason said JD eats only big, fast, and strong foods. But the fufu thing might be strong from their country, you know. So
No,
Nigerian
yeah,
coach run as fast as Jamaican. No, Nigerian can't run as fast as Jamaicans, and them eat aviam. Okay, why you think
uh,
Nigerians can't run as fast as Jamaicans?
please remember
Why
that
are we saying these things?
the slaves that were taken to Jamaica
Because
came from
Jamaicans are
predominantly
Nigerians as well.
that part of Africa.
So I don't know. Are we trying to separate our Nigerian roots, Marlon? Are we trying to say that we're better than Nigerians?
We're
When
predominantly from Nigeria and Ghana.
I don't have the roots in Nigeria.
what, Marlon? Really?
Marlon,
Stop that
Yeah?
foolishness, Marlon.
Marlon,
Once the black,
the
we have roots.
slaves that
You
were
know, maybe.
taken to the Caribbean came predominantly from Nigeria and Ghana.
And Sierra Leone as well, because I've done
Yeah,
some checks and
to a
I've
lesser
gotten.
extent Sierra Leone, but the
Yeah,
everybody
I
in
heard about the
Jamaica.
Nigerian mostly and less Sierra Leone more than Ghana more, and then Sierra Leone maybe last, and then other
Yeah.
countries. Cameroon maybe have one and few ancestries there as well. Yeah, but yeah, Marlon. Oh, you mean
Except,
no roots? Marlon, so Jamaica come from. That's Jamaica come from.
yeah,
Aside the pan.
he's Jamaican, but Jamaican.
Born in Jamaica, Joseph born in Jamaica. Me
Me
go like thief.
African. I don't care what you know want to say. You're not gonna
I,
say me
I am
sell out.
moving like thief for now. Fourth generation will stop.
Okay. Well, I'm Nigerian. I am Sierra Leone. I am Ghanaian, just the same, and I am Jamaican. Some people say that I'm Surinamese. I'm also Asian as
Marlon, I
well.
believe I have more European ancestry than you do, and I am not
So,
going to denounce
Pastor,
my African heritage.
why you end up at talk about European? Oh God, Jesus. So,
Because
Pastor,
That's what Jamaica is. Jamaica is a soup pot.
he's a soup pot.
Out of many one people, everything in the pot.
Okay, well, okay.
So no
Okay. So, guys,
Jamaican.
1 second, Pastor. We can get it. Guys, just drop your ancestry report here. Where are you from? Like, where are you linked? Because Marlon said him to come from Africa. Me no know him come from. He said only Jamaica alone him come from. So we just leave Marlon alone. You guys in the chat before we leave, tell me where you are from. Like, where you heard that you're from. Like, truly. Don't say Jamaica, because it's not true. So just Marlon alone, come from
No,
Jamaica.
what
Him alone
Marlon
come
is
from
saying, the
Jamaica.
color of his skin, he's Taino Indian and not African. So him no come from Africa side, not at all. So for him, ancestry did not mingle the only Europe and the Taino that were here, who are not from Africa.
Oh my God.
Marlon,
Marlon, stop them foolishness here. Start sound like
that is
Americans, you know, that
wrong.
sell out them
And
African roots to Marlon.
I'm
I
going to
can't believe
encourage you
Marlon
to
here
go do
time. Hold up, Marlon.
your ancestry DNA,
Hey, sir.
and you will find out that you're at least 23% African.
Well, Pastor, at 23 I go stay. Like 23 I go check up. I do Jamaican background check.
Yo, oh my God, boy,
I'm gonna
Marlon.
prove
Well,
them.
brother, I can't believe I
Mr.
sell out Africans and stuff.
JD, same like how FIFA say. Great, they don't work. Me a staff and the great grandmother and grandmother come down.
Okay.
For the fourth
All right,
generation.
boss. I'm not gonna beat you still. You have your take, you know. We can't fight the
Oh
man, but you
boy.
know, me not really happy about it still, you know, because I know that I when I came here, I learned a lot more, you know, about the society and everything, you know, and I like it. I like it.
I don't even want to hear about the Swedish great grandfather. I don't know him. The great.
Okay.
I never seen him. I don't know him.
Okay, all right, fair enough. All right.
Oh, yes, so you operate under the FIFA
All right,
statutes.
so Leon Mitchell said he's from Africa. Big up. Max City says Ghana, India, Scotland. Oh my God, damn. All right. And yeah, man, Bam TV. We will keep on pushing it. Jason. So why you don't tell the people where you're from? What why you asking, Pastor? Which part of? Oh, sorry. Jason want to get deep into your We know the man in the come from Jamaica alone, Pastor. Yeah, Marlon, stop it. We come from other places.
No.
Marlon,
I was born in Jamaica, but my ancestors, my grandfather's father is from Germany. So my great grandfather is from Germany on that side. My father's mother, I don't know anything about my father's father because he died when my father was 4 years old. But my father's mother, her grandmother was a Maroon. And my mother's mother, her mother was a Maroon. So I have very strong African heritage on both sides. My mother's father, who is my grandfather, his father, which would be my great grandfather, is from Germany. So my father went ahead and gave me a German middle name.
All right, so that's where you know the Adolf come from. Oh God! Oh no!
Yes.
No, I understand. Sorry, Pastor. Sorry, my very disrespectful.
No, but you see, Jedi, the thing is, you know, What people don't understand, is that when you look at your ancestry, you realize
Mm,
how much yourself is played out in the lives of your foreparents. The 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 reality of who we are is embedded in where our ancestors are from. So your combative nature is from the tribes of Africa.
okay.
It speaks to nothing. The probably the intent or will to dominate is pushed a lot forward from my German ancestry. But I
Okay.
mean, it is who we are, and no matter how you hide, that's just what it is.
All right. All right.
Jamaica
Well,
is
so
a soup pot. So you hear Marlon just now crediting Swedish great grandfather because in great grandfather he never meet him. But he might
okay.
tell you say there's a Swedish great grandfather.
Okay.
I tell you, there's a Swedish great grandfather.
So that's why we have to just accept everybody and say everybody's Jamaican, because no one
That's why I
realize,
was saying,
you know.
JD, every authentic Jamaican pays homage to the motto, out of many one people. So this division, this divisiveness and xenophobia is non-Jamaican. No
Yes, agreed.
authentic Jamaican can be xenophobic. So all of these people who choose to be in pillow gangs and don't want to embrace anybody from the diaspora, they're not authentic Jamaicans.
Pastor, sometimes you give off this vibes of we even get Adams in a man. Pastor sound like Adams. Listen to
You
Pastor.
mean Renato Di Cardova Valentino, the real bad man,
Yeah, well,
policeman? Yes,
I call him
Jamaica's
a
best
real
cop.
murderer. He was a real
Jamaica's
murderer.
best cop.
He killed a lot
JD,
of people for fun.
one thing me I gotta tell you.
I
The
am not going
records
to.
will
Yeah,
show
gonna listen
that
to
on
you,
most of the excursions
Pastor.
led by
I was
Adams,
from Jamaica. I was
his
from
firearm
years.
was not discharged. I know
Pastor,
you are from Jamaica.
don't stop the
So
foolishness,
this
Pastor.
detail you can get from Sir P.
Pastor, me never tell us me get nothing from Sir P. Pastor. All
No,
right.
me said this. No, me I tell you where you can get from Sir P.
Well, me can tell you
Most
what me
of the
see.
intelligence that they followed up on and went on assignments, the records will show
The
that Renito
records. Thank you
weapon
very
was
much.
not fired.
Thank you very
So
much. So
all the
what
people them want to say Renito a big killer.
eh,
In Kiliboa them we did a do robbery at gas station. And one of them lucky in Gateway.
okay, Bam Sports says, Pastor, are you related to Tigat? I think no,
No,
I think
I'm not related to Tigat.
all right. Big up
And
Warren.
Tigat is not as loud as me. He's just deafer than I am.
So what's up with this damn place, man? It's not. It's giving some errors. It look like I have to
The
go to the
reason
switch
they're
myself.
asking about me and Tigat JD is because Tigat is also loud. But the
Okay.
difference is from the age of 8, after I woke up out of that dream, I have been training my voice to be louder than Pastor James, who was a Pentecostal pastor. And by the time I got to university, I realized that a lot of the things that I did to train my voice were in books. So my voice was trained from age 8. I cannot help it. It is loud. A lot of the times I wish it was louder, but having asked God for that additional 10 decibels and Him saying no, I just leave it at that. Me just stay which part me there.
Okay. All right. So people, we have come to the end. This is a very good one. I am going to try and see if I can order some food. People said I should stop with this foolishness, but I am going to stop soon. All right. Yes, but not today. Yes, not today.
That's
Let
an
me.
indefinite answer. I am going to stop
So,
soon. Soon is
so JD,
relative.
remember the 2 match today, or you see them?
Oh yeah,
Bolivia.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We need to chop up that Marlon. Yeah, sorry about that. My fault.
Bolivia, USA must win. Are the coach losing work?
Well, I think the FBI will lock up the whole team.
If USA don't beat Bolivia,
Well,
lose
I
them
have them
work.
beating Bolivia 3-0. Uruguay, Panama. I think we might see a ruthless Uruguay team. At the same time, Thomas Christensen might set up that team as well to defend and catch Uruguay on the counter.
No man.
Marlon, I want the standard to be how Canada played Argentina for all the CONCACAF teams, that we at least show that we belong. So for all the CONCACAF teams, while I don't believe we're going to factor in the in the semifinals, I want us to at least show that we belong in all of the games. So I'm not calling any defeat above 0-2. We should none of the CONCACAF teams I'm calling to lose by more than
No,
2 goals.
but Pastor, it's a competition for CONCACAF to judge themselves where they are, right?
Yes,
Yes, yes, yes.
yes.
So I think, as I said, I think we have six teams that I think could be competitive with Carnival teams,
You put
right?
it
Yeah.
at 6. I think I will open it up, because I think what I've seen from I don't see. All right, what I would say then, I would start looking to say that we have Jamaica, we have no, we have United States, Mexico, and Canada first. Then we have Panama, Jamaica, but United States and Mexico first, and then the Canada, Panama, Jamaica. I am very sorry, but I am okay with them being in that position, but I don't think they are so far from the 80, Honduras, Guatemala, and then now you have the Suriname, Curacao
No,
in that little wings there. I think that little
no,
batch is
no,
not far,
I
not
have
far at all.
Jerry. You see the thing? I think the Honduras team right now, I think experience is better than Costa Rica right now. So
Yeah.
I
Oh,
have
we left out Costa Rica. Sorry about that too. Costa Rica.
right, but guess what? I can see adjustment on a competitive level where these other teams can make. Can these other teams make the adjustment when it comes to play this competitive game?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
No,
I,
no,
I
that's where I think the other teams are maybe not gain the position over Jamaica and Panama and those teams because they don't
that's the
have
thing,
that
'cause
extra.
I can see Jamaica, Panama setting up their performance to play this team. I don't see Guatemala, El Salvador, or Suriname they stepping up that to play them. Cause guess what? You see, I see Argentina play Guatemala the other day, right? And they give them 4. If they catch them on a competitive basis, we're a
Mm-hmm.
game they cannot put. And remember say I came on here Friday and said it. I see Argentina play about 55%, right? And
Mm-hmm.
that's why I was very critical of them when I came on. I said but when I hear that they said the fee was a big obstacle to them, it shows you because I didn't know nothing about the field, but I came and I said the team wasn't playing aggressive,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
When
And
I
I agree. I agree.
But I say still CONCACAF is growing, and I think this competition for us being invited there and the teams that qualify, it's really a good competition for us to really, so we can mark them and see where we are, where improvement can make, and and, and,
Yeah.
and and as I said, I think Jamaica and USA have by getting players from diaspora can always improve very quick, right? So I think those two teams will continue growing, and I think with USA
Why,
keep on
Marlon?
the market looking for players, they're gonna keep on improving.
Marlon.
And Marla, you said certain teams can't improve based on the pool. But I actually refute that a little bit. I would say Suriname can actually improve and compete with any team But the problem is Suriname don't have the experience. And then now 80. So you're right, you're right, Marlon. But I'm just giving you the problem from each team. Suriname, I think, can pick a team of the strength of Jamaica team, but they don't have the experience. That's going to take a while because Jamaica already started before. Curacao have a good enough starting 11, but they don't have the depth. So I agree with you, and also with 80. So I'm just trying to clear because Bam Sports TV said, I agree, JD, but them are going to say, love Jamaica. No, man, Bam Sports, that is because they don't watch nothing else and they just want to sell people sensational lies. But yeah, you have some teams that can get that extra depth, but they don't have the experience. So like Marlon said, look how easy Costa Rica transfer over with even a weaker team than what Suriname had. Because they have the experience and they know how to get it done. You see it, Marlon?
Yeah, I said that, JD, but that's why I put Honduras in front of them.
Yes, and that's how we put everybody in front of Suriname now. It's not because of the team that they have, because we saw the team that they came in with, which is a very good team, and they just added Marlon. You hear they added Daniel Luque, and my boy, from Mexico, two as well. So they can actually get them now. So with that said, now Suriname Rasta should be where you rank them, Marlon, like the Rasta quality. Where you rank them in the region, not the position that they have taken up, because we know that they need experience. But with them adding Duki and what's his name again? I have it in the Discord. Let me look for him.
Drizzle.
Darrelson added to the team as well. What you add that, because that means they have 6 wingers now. They have 6 wingers. Quality wingers, like 6 quality wingers based on our team that we're picking. All of those 6 wingers actually make our team. Like if you put one of them, all of them make the team with Cephas, every damn one of them, every one of them make it over Dixon. So that's the quality of players that we're talking about. 6 of them they're adding to their team. So that adds the depths, but I could see the other day with the condition, Marlon. The man them seems like them now. It'll take a while for them to Marlon, they are good, They are good, But the Sonat, the people, I am telling you, coming to the Concacaf is not as easy.
But JD, remember, no, this Jamaica player, the same player, Jamaica player, they complain about the heat in Dominica.
My goodness, Marlon. Yeah. It's hard,
you're fighting the heat, and then, right? I think it's gonna take them a while for them to adjust, right? Because even playing St. Vincent, and you saw every time Oxlade and the run at Dinswell and all of them, he was giving them a headache.
Yeah. Right? Yes.
Marlon, having said that though, that puts Jamaica team in a precarious position, because I am very uncomfortable with the derailing of the player acquisition within the Jamaica football space. I don't believe that Jamaica has acquired players as fast as we could, not even 25%, nor have we set out evidentially to improve the squad. The 60-man pool of Jamaica today looks very similar to the 60-man pool when Tapa was the coach. And that is saying a great deal as we speak about squad improvement.
Okay.
If the dynamics for Jamaica in terms of our placing in CONCACAF is to change, our 60-man pool has to become significantly different.
At this time, Pastor, I would agree that it's going to be tougher to change instant, because remember, we have a culture, we have our ways that we're stuck in. Remember, people there, you're talking about Kaim Dixon the whole day. So it's going to be very hard to sell that narrative.
That's also too, Taylor. Remember that Jamaica has a base of players already, right?
Yes, and the base of players as well, the starting players.
Have quality. So even when you bring in probably the two high quality Premier League players coming in as 2 defenders, right? Even those 2 players come in, you still have fill out there. And Bernard, I think they might be playing at a higher level, but at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
players are there, so they are experienced, so they have to come. They have to come. I think for the exception of if I say Amaga gives White change his mind and say yes, he's somebody who come and walk into the team, right? Um, the two wingers, Greenwood and Nelson, right? They
Mm-hmm.
will still have to come. So guess what? The base is already there, serious. So by the time we qualify,
Marlon. But what you are saying no, Marlon, is speaking to a 23 or 26 man squad. I'm speaking to
That's
the
where I can
Jamaica
agree.
squad. You see, I am not talking about players that just come in and walk into the 23-man squad. I'm talking about a 60-man pool that remains by and large the very same as when Tapa was the coach. That speaks to a lack of development or improvement
Pastor,
or depth.
I
Here
wouldn't
is
say that.
why. Marlon,
When top,
here is why. Marlon, here is why. The other day when we were hit with injuries and suspension, the fact that Alvis Powell was playing okay, his name came back up for mention. The fact that Flemings was playing okay, his name came back up for mention. There is still Javane Brown. These are people that we believe we have moved on from in terms of a 23-man squad. The quality of the 23-man squad now would exempt them. I am saying if Jamaica was doing squad improvement at the rate at the rate possible to what is available to us, the 60-man pool would have been significantly different
Yes,
than it is.
we agree, Pastor. We agree. But I agree. I agree. Both of you guys have good points. Both of you guys have good points. So, guys, this is the player that they have added to the squad. Added to Suriname squad. I think he's going to be their next big player and maybe the biggest upside defender in the Concacaf. Aside from Chris Richards for United States. Would you agree, Marlon? He would be the biggest upside, the biggest signing aside from Chris Richards. As with his age and his ability.
everybody have to come and adjust to the era, right? Remember, so when
See,
Pino come,
yeah,
everybody, right? Remember, so when Pino come after Pino play USA, everybody say Pino have to come back, right? But
yeah, that's
because
true.
we are watching, right? So you have to understand, everybody have to come and make the name. When Liam Moore play, everybody was saying Liam Moore is a man. And when I tell people, say, Mr. Liam Moore is a good defender, but he's nowhere close to Pino, right?
Yeah, but so you think that Duki will come in and he will have to adjust to CONCACAF because
You have to
the
adjust.
okay. I know about the condition, like the climate and the condition. That is true.
Remember
But
this,
like his footballing skill set.
remember this, remember this, remember, so the total football where they play in Holland, right?
Mm-hmm.
It will be more easier for them to adjust to European team. When you come here, son, right? When you come here, you play St. Vincent, then it's a different style. Then you go play Nicaragua is a different style. Then you play Costa Rica, who can give you three different style out there. Then you run into Mexico, so it's a lot of adjustment. Then you go
Okay.
against and Jamaica and Haiti, so they have to
Yeah.
really adjust to it.
So
So
so how easy it's going to be, Marlon, with all the other additions them coming in? You think that's going to make it better for him because already them play the same level quality football? So you think that's going to help him?
right,
Or yeah,
my point to it, remember say most of these world just came in last year, right?
yes,
So
them just some of them just are coming into as well, even this year.
right? Dick still and the whole of them here. So if you had like I think Hobson and Becker who get used to the era now,
Mm-hmm.
right? You basically it's like the first time, but the good thing about they have time. They have time
Yeah.
because they
No,
have more football to play. So if it's like when they came and had the qualifiers to play the same way, at least you have different tournaments. You're playing Nation League, right? Then they go back to World Cup qualifier. So they have a little time to adjust. But if like when they came the last time though, they came straight World Cup qualifier, Nation League and go to World Cup. So everything was there. So everything was just rapidly increasing on them. So I
Okay,
think
okay.
I think that's why it took them a little time.
So
And
you're
and the,
so
and the thing person have to understand now, Suriname paperwork and Jamaica paperwork is two different things,
yeah, one is easier because one is
right?
a passport, right? A secondary
Right?
passport that you can could get
Secondary
done.
passport,
Hmm.
right? Jamaica have to go by everything because even though when player get citizenship and then after they get citizenship they find out that there's a spell check on it, right? The work process have to start all back again.
So, but be honest, people. I actually what I'm seeing happening in Suriname at this point, um, it is definitely looking dangerous because these players that they're signing are very, very good players that I'm talking just will walk in Jamaica team, and it just seems like in 2 years, if they, I agree with Marlon, I agree with Marlon and Pastor, because I saw the heat really took a toll on them. So you will see them go up against Costa Rica, and they might lose to Costa Rica. You understand me? They might lose to them traditional team, yeah? But the dominance, because they played Costa Rica last time and they were leading Marlon, and then Costa Rica came back to defeat them, right? Remember, it was 1-0, and then they scored the
Mhm.
two, and that was with a significantly weaker team. So I think now you're going to see them in the next 2 years. I can say what I'm seeing now with the players that they have and the age within the next 2 years. I think Suriname should be at least the seventh best team in Concacaf. At least the seventh best team in Concacaf in the
I
next two
would go as
years.
far as say they're going to be where Jamaica is at now
In the
in
next
two
two
years.
years.
No,
So if
Pastor.
Jamaica, Marlon, here is why I'm saying that they are improving not just the team, they're improving they're getting depth quality, because their their player acquisition has not halted. Jamaica own halted.
But Marlon said now altered that is through the process is a little bit different and harder. So
Jetty,
even though that is technically altered as well
Jet,
via
Jetty,
by different
Jetty.
means.
I've had the privilege of working with government agency in Jamaica as well as private entity in Jamaica. The quality of work in the government agency is a lot of the times less quality than what you get in a private entity. That is not to say that the job cannot get done. The problem we have is that we make excuses for what is wrong rather than put in corrective measures. You cannot be making the same excuse for 2 years as a professional. That is rubbish. We know what the Jamaican system of document acquisition is. We know.
Mhm.
What are the corrective measures to get it done in a timely manner? You cannot be doing that for 2 years. I'm not taking that from Marlon, from nobody. People go to business school, people go to management studies, people have experience for 25, 30, 40 years. It is rubbish. It cannot be an excuse that we continue to accept, Marlon. And that is where I'm leaving it. We know what the problem is.
So,
But but
all right.
but,
So let me ask you
but,
this,
what,
Marlon.
what,
Go ahead. Continue, Marlon.
Pastor,
Then I have a question to ask you.
for the players to get the documentation, the easiest thing, either they gotta come to Jamaica with their parents' paper or the parents come and do it. Right?
So,
Marlon,
That's
Marlon,
once
you hear what you just said? You hear what you just said? There are several steps can be taken that remedies the Jamaica situation, as bad as the Jamaica situation or as different as the Jamaica situation is. And that is why I am saying the Jamaican player acquisition project has been halted. And it is halted simply because those in charge have accepted the excuse that we have a flawed system. That is management suicide. That is rubbish. We're agreeing on the same thing. There are things that can be done to fix it,
all right. So,
but
Marlon,
there is not a willingness to do these things to fix it.
Pastor, give me a chance, Big Ross. So, Marlon, where is Sister Jamaica in the next 2 years? and where you see Suriname in the next 2 years? Because I said they are going to enter the top 7 in CONCACAF. So that means they might go above other solid teams like Honduras, El Salvador in the next 2 years, or the end of the next 2 years. Let me put it right there. Where you see Jamaica, you think that they're going to push up closer to the top 2, or you think they're going to regress? And people in the chat, you can answer that as well.
I think pushing. I think pushing. I said none of this team won't get. I think the closest team that probably that Canada got close to them in under John Ireland, but Jamaica will be a top 4 team.
Jamaica
Top 4,
will
top 5.
still say the top 4, top 5. All right,
Top
fair
4,
enough. Fair.
top 5. Remember, no, it's hard for any team to go dispossess both these two teams up there, right? And what
Yeah.
USA is doing, what USA is doing, if you look at it now, there's 3 youth players that both of them still fighting for USA and Mexico. So that USA is hurting Mexico one way, because USA is going to Mexico. Take it once the players have done nationality, a US fine out, right? They after the players. So we have to also look at that. So they and guess what? So they're hitting the Mexican, then they go to South America, then they go to these European countries, and once where they have army base and anything, and once there's any play the quality with heritage, they're after them,
But
right?
Marlon, that strengthens what I am saying even more. The top 2 teams are in a war improving their stock.
But
Jamaica,
Pastor, it's harder for Mexico. I don't think Mexico have that big base to go out and get players. Mexico gonna get most of the players from out of Mexico. But USA is gonna be ahead of them because USA is quoted everywhere. I think if USA find a player with that have the quality we even fighting for Brazil and all these players, they're gonna go for them.
Marlon, you know how many Mexicans marry in the United States every year for status?
We know that, Pastor. We know that. We know some
They
Mexican.
have a large diaspora in the United States. So the same thing that USA is doing to them, they can do to the United States. And I've taken that to add to the point that I'm making, that it is only Jamaica that is satisfied with the lethargy with which we operate as it relates to acquiring players to improve our player pool. Jamaica is the only country in CONCACAF, if not in the world, that is satisfied with the rate or lack thereof at which we operate.
And Pastor, you have to also remember, you have to also put this in context, Most of the top quality players that we would like to have for Jamaica, they still have hopes of playing for England, right? I don't think that's the situation with Suriname. Yep.
Marlon, Marlon,
It is.
that is only partially true.
But Marlon, that's a good point you brought up right there. A good point. Why is that not the situation with Suriname? To be honest, because what I've learned now, Marlon, look at it. My boy from Chelsea, him don't get picked. And here him already I say him, like him fancy to come and play for Suriname. We now see the same from England, like those players that are in $70 million range. Them just jump up and want to say them go play for Suriname. With like the connection between Suriname and Netherlands is way closer, Marlon, than Jamaica and England. So are we hurting that by not communicating properly to them to strengthen that bond? You don't believe so?
Well, JD, that's why I said I think the more the team perform, right? And you have to understand when a player play under 15, under 17, under 19, under 20, under 21, you always harbor dreams of playing for the senior team.
Yes, that is true. That is true.
Right?
That
You
is
have to look
true.
at that team. So sometimes when players go out and beat the players, the player them come they come the England team. You have to also look at the same way. There are players who come out and when even when I hear Jess Spencer that say growing up, he's always thinking about playing for 2 teams, Jamaica and England, right? But he never get a Jamaican call up, right? He get an England call up for the under 21, he accept it.
Marlon, on that note, I'm going to ask you
One second,
to
Pastor, before we
consider
go, because
Connor
we're getting
Boy's
we're
clock.
getting information in. Sean said Daniel said it in an interview that he don't have choice in orange because Van Dijk and Ake so ahead of him. So you see it, Marlon. Remember Daniel Duque is one of their star prodigy, But look how him can be 25 and say him believes him gonna get enough games. And look how easy him go switch. That's what I see in the stadium from my own eyes. Pastor, I see man with value 70 million dead here. And I said, this is a good style. Me not see the same $70 million ball in Marlon. I said, the man just
The,
come to Jamaica. You understand
JD,
me? And them man are willingly
let
ready
me
want to
answer the
switch.
question you posed to Marlon. Let me answer the question you posed to Marlon. I would willing to bet, even though I don't gamble, Suriname does not have the kind of YouTube traction of xenophobia where they don't want the players from their diaspora that Jamaica has. The fact
So
that it is
you
out
really go
there,
there?
that there is
I
such a
know that's a
large
thing.
faction. Huh?
So you think it's YouTube or you think it's just our cultural acceptance, like what we give off, rather
Our
than YouTube?
cultural acceptance, yes, but YouTube promotes it, proliferates it for the world to see.
Okay.
So because it is out there, the players see this, that there's a large faction or a noisy faction of the Jamaican fan base that really has articulated they don't want them.
Ooh, okay. Marlon, people, you agree with Pastor Marlon? What would you say? You think that that would have played a big part, or you think that is
They
just
don't want them,
the?
and the people know.
I think it's more of I don't know if Marlon would have answered. Oh, Marlon would have looked at
But
that.
JD, I've said it several times, and I've said the same several times that there are person who in the country would rather see players playing locally, right?
Oh, Marlon agreeing. Damn.
But at the same time, I know the person who's watching football and knowing the new world of football know that, right? Know that you need the better players to move forward, right? All
Yeah.
right. Even even talking to persons from other countries, right? Who are involved in football, right? And that's why they said, right? Even the same Panama, that's why they said Jamaica is a big threat because Jamaica can get the high quality players, right? They
Yeah.
said Jamaica is the team who can get the high quality players who has Premier League
Yes. Yes.
experience.
Yes. Yes. Agreed. 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 Yeah. Agreed.
JD, when you have a football administrator for a country, make the
Yeah. Yeah.
cynical
Yeah. The rule. We know
statement
Pastor go the
that
rule and
this
put in.
man, this
Yeah.
man don't look Jamaican, him too white. Them the
Yeah.
kind of
Oh, that
foolishness.
was a statement we never needed. Not never needed at all. You know. Yeah.
There is
All right.
absolutely no place for it. We're talking about football, and you're going to move from the player's quality to the player's complexion to determine
But
nationality.
that's total malice. Because if you look at the female
It, it,
team, look at the
but
female.
but Marlon, you see,
Wh-
when
What?
this, it's not that this is a mindset in Jamaica, This is a mindset in Jamaica that has been made public. So people, even if it don't change their mind, it at least causes them to question whether or not it is worthwhile for them to go to play for Jamaica.
But I just believe that yeah, man, I understand that you guys are both Marlon and Pastor agreeing on the way our approach. It's not welcoming to nobody else, and that is really the difference between Suriname, and that is very true because I was there, and the love between the natural Suriname born people and the one them overseas is just different, you know.
And JD, there are several times players are being approached, right?
Hmm.
They don't know the headache the documentation gonna be,
Yeah,
right? Back
yeah.
in the day, going to the UK, a lot of person go there, not 100% straight. So when these things start now, so two things either gonna just give up, right? We have seen players come sometimes and do documentation and they must just call it a day.
Yeah. So it's sad.
All right.
Oh, okay. This one, Pastor, 1 second, because this was one of the players. Matson, he was one that posted Jamaica. Him Suriname, and we don't know if he's going to play. But just the fact that you have two other guys that are so solid that committed after getting all of these guys. Let me show you the guys that they got already, so we can be educated on it and who they added to the next batch. All right. So they had it in this squad because all of these guys are new players. All of them are new players. Let me just bring it up so people can know the conversation. So it's not we glazing over anybody because I know some people always be delusional because they don't want to check anything because they want to sell the lies them continuously. So Etienne came in $1.5 million as you saw there. Denzel came in. He was there a little while, but he just came in as well. I think this is his third official game, to be honest. All right, yes. So he's in there. These Pinas was there from before. Abena was there from before. Kenneth Paul, he was injured when he came in. He came in a little bit longer than Denzel, but he never got enough chance to play more game. As you saw there, 26 is 2.5 million right there. Van der Kast the same. That came in. Apps is there a while now. Dake Steele, Marlon talked about him. He came in as well, just the same. Lone Wake just came in new. Farai, he's one of the new sensations. Them. He came in just now. Missedan came in just now. So Lone Wake came in just now. Missedan came in just now. Farai came in just now. And as you can look at the market value to match up with our players, so you can really look at them. Montnor came in just now as well. Girana Kirk came in just now as well. Slagvier came in just now as well. Ilaman there for a while. Conrad came in just now, and then you add Duki and you add my boy from Mexico to the list. So that is like 9 new players coming in, and all of them, if you just want to check market value, they are the market value of all of our main players them in our team. All of them, and some of them higher than even some of our best players them. You understand me? So definitely Duki coming in would be the highest player on our squad aside from Leon Daly. To be just to show you the quality of players coming in. And that's what Pastor was trying to say. They are getting these players in so much numbers. But maybe that is down to the passport, as what Marlon said as well, which is true. But you can't change the fact that if they have the players, them, it's going to start reflecting in their status, because you saw it just jump with their FIFA ranking. And maybe by the next 4 or 5 games, if they can win those games, which they have a good chance to, that will jump their FIFA ranking to a different level as well. Because now they have the opportunity to have a very good squad, maybe a top 10 squad already in Concacaf with need more experience as well to challenge, but it have a big room to grow, and they're adding players of the ilk of any team in the CONCACAF. So they are signing players that can just go into any team, including Mexico and United States, and make the team. So that is definitely, I can see where Pastor coming from as well, and I can understand Marlon's situation.
I said adjustment gonna be a key to them.
Yes,
right?
Facts.
For players come here, for them to adjust, right? Remember, no, CONCACAF is somewhere different from Europe.
Facts.
And when I came out and said it, I said, check USA road record.
Yeah, terrible.
Yeah, check the road record.
Yeah, it's terrible. No, I mean, just give it a road record. Many if you give it a number, man, terrible.
But
I said,
JD,
I said, adjusting to CONCACAF is gonna be key. They have the quality, but to come here to adjust is totally different from Europe.
and Marlon, that is why we are looking at the numbers at the end of 2 years.
That's what
Which
Mr.
brings
Pastor,
me to the contention I have with your statement on the passports. That has been true about Jamaica for far too long. And I'm speaking to the issue now within the 2 years that this coach is here. It was true when he got the assignment 2+ years ago. It cannot be what we accept as true today. When you have people on YouTube flouting their academic credentials, if we are so bright, a part of acquiring knowledge or getting information is for us to be able to make positive changes. Other than that, information is not valuable. So if we are so bright and we're getting so bright, we should be able to fix the problems that we had when we were not bright. Since everybody else that was there were either operating below their academic levels and their competencies, we who have gotten bright should fix the problem. What was true in 2022 wrong should not be true wrong in 2024. Cannot be accepted in a developing society. And I will forever stand on that premise. The problem with the acquisition of documents in Jamaica
For,
has
for,
been a perennial problem. But
for,
that makes the entire,
All right, Pastor. Finish your point because that's the
yeah,
final point, and then
that
Marlon
makes
go and then we're done.
that makes the entire management staff a pariah. We have accepted people like some call them dunce, But if you are getting 25% as your grade, and then your son come up and accept that 25% of your grade is 25% is a good enough grade, and your grandson come do the same thing, that is a whole generation of dunce. So
All right,
Jamaica
Pastor.
need to, yes.
you have to understand something, It's not a JFF problem.
No, I never said JFF. I said the whole administration of the country, not
And guess what?
JFF.
It's not peak a problem as well.
No,
So if
I
you have to,
said the whole administration. Marlon, you said, you have never worked with Pika nor the JFF. You said there is a way that you could just get all the documents and transport the player to Jamaica or the player parents to Jamaica. And that's one method out of a multitude of methods that could make the system work. And you can come up with that, Marlon. So if they are bright, and we can say brighter than us, but you can come up with a method that fix it, how does the problem continue for decades? There must come a point, Marlon, where it stop and change.
All right, so Pastor, make Marlon speak and then we can finish up because remember I have the food in Pastor and I can't be an internet dead if you're
No,
hungry.
don't
All
make the
right.
food cold. When the
Yes.
food reach you, eat your food.
I've given everybody the half an hour that they wanted. All right. Marlon, close off the show, big boss. Give your
all right,
final point.
but all right, something there. And first off, understand the players who they see through heritage of parents, it's gonna be easier, right? It's gonna be easier. Once it touch grandparent, headache start, right? So that's one of the main difficulty they have at times. And we all know that some of the times when documentation coming from overseas and go to there, if somebody there push it, it's not gonna move, right? So I'm say, Pastor, some of the players them, right, that would like to come Subam to play for Jamaica, you have to dig couple hole, right? So right now, as I said, yes, I always say that JFF need to find somebody to do documentation. But with the documentation, do you pass it on, so bro, and you have to go through RGD. For you reach RGD is a different thing, Remember, so we see it, We see the two grade, them, We see the two
Mm-hmm.
grade and go to headache,
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
We see the two grade and go to headache with a E and a A, So those are one factor, same, and you have other players. Remember, say, a lot of time, a lot of people went away, and how they went away, and then 100%. So when they come now,
Marlon,
But Marlon, me not cut you Marlon, but that help Pastor's claim to say that that's why Suriname and them places can actually catch up Jamaica. Because if we keep on stalling because of all of these ways and Suriname getting the players them and the only thing they need is to get familiarized with the region, we are going to still be struggling with players acquisition in the next 2 years just the same. And with that, it's going to make other people creep up on us. So that's what I thought Pastor was saying from day one. So both of you
I understand
guys
Jenny,
actually have a point. Yeah.
but that Jenny, I
Marlon,
understand what I say. That's why I get most of the young players now, because they're coming through parent.
Yeah,
Most
yeah.
of the top marquee players them are coming from grandparent.
Marlon. I know that what you're saying is correct. I didn't want to use this example, but I'm going to do it. The SDC cricket competition in Clarendon has rules that you have to live within a certain geographic location to represent the teams that exist. I was influential in starting a cricket club in Chateau, Clarendon. I needed some players, especially players attending high school, because you have to have high school players on the team for the SDC competition. Some of the players that I scouted did not live in the prescribed geographic location. They needed to have an address in the prescribed geographic location. The pastor became influential in transfers. Marlon, every problem, God can solve them. You need to get with the program, and this is what I'm saying to the entire administration in Jamaica. We cannot continue to accept that we have a problem. That is called wickedness. We have a problem. We see that we have a problem. We must find the solution for the problem. There were 3 players that I got to play for Shatter Strikers by virtue of getting them addresses within the prescribed geographic location. Whether they move or live with their auntie, or they became Sabbath school members of the church in my community,
What the program's
or they went to live with their woman in the prescribed geographic location. You have to, it is a prerequisite, you must have an address there. I found a way to get them an address there.
All right, Sir Pastor.
The big Jamaica cannot be failing on this issue for 20, 40 years. No go so.
Well, Pastor, that is going to be the fight that we're, at least I'm just bringing to the people that we actually have true fights on our hands, and don't let the people tell you the sensationalism and talk about with us better than everybody. No, we have to keep on doing things to keep up there. So what we saw against Mexico, if we want that to improve, I do think we have to keep on improving ourselves, because as we can see, the Curaçaos, the Surinams, the 80s, they are actually rising, and they are trying to work on getting more things. They are not staying satisfied, because their aim is not Jamaica. Their aim is actually Mexico and United States. And Mexico and United States is trying their best to make sure, maybe United States more, is trying their best to make sure they stave off those competitions. So if Jamaica don't do the right thing, they are going to be left in the dust. And I think they have a small window, which is the next 1.5 years, not even 2 years, 1.5 years, because people, as you can see, Suriname already have players of the level of Jamaica players right through their squad, if not even more. To be honest, we have more people on our list to get in, but a lot of those players are not in. Omar Richardson not in, my boy not in as well. That's it. That Reese Nelson not in. You understand me? Those are not in, but Suriname is actually getting their players in. So just as our players have to acclimatize, their players will be acclimatizing, because they are already in. So that will only make it more scary down the order. And remember, in the Concacaf, a team don't need to play you to get better. They just need to keep on beating everyone that is actually in their way. And that's pretty much it. And then whenever they meet you in the next year or two, or if they even have to meet you, because Concacaf is doing things now. Once you rate and in the top 3, they don't need to meet Jamaica none at all, unless Jamaica start get good, and they can do everything and don't meet Jamaica, because they can just beat Mexico, beat Canada, beat Panama in the next 2 years, and their ranking just shot up out the roof, and they end up in 3rd spot, and then don't face Jamaica, and then Jamaica outside, and then Suriname end up get buys to things. So we need to get that 3rd spot as a Jamaican, so we can get more buys, and then we have more things to sell people, to say that we are officially one of the top teams. You get me? Because Canada getting buys now. United States and Mexico always get the buy, because the rules always go for them. But the 3rd spot kind of going up. Panama getting the buys sometimes. You understand me? So that's what Jamaica should be working for now. And I think everyone would agree, including Marlon and Pastor. So that's what we should be working for. And if we keep on slacking up and trying to talk about we have the best of things in a Jamaica, a local, believe me, the embarrassment is coming for you if you think that. If you keep on trying to sell that narrative and everyone keep on going with the right actual solution, believe me, the embarrassment is there for you. It is waiting, and it's going to be arriving very soon. All right? And I'm not prettying up. I'm telling you as it is. So we have to keep on making it a football culture. try sourcing people just the same. Keep on doing it. You say we have the window. Stop making up stories, stop selling sensationalism, and just actually do the right damn thing. Or else the next 2 years we're gonna be here cursing out, and it's gonna be a thing of the past that we are the IRs that we're on now. It's gonna be a thing of the past if we don't do the right thing. That's all I have to say still. Marlon, you want to add anything else? Because I think that is what I've gone on over the whole time with the year. And I think that's the real truth, you know. Where's the big boss?
I'm not worth that.
All right. So people, hope you understand, and just please research what I'm saying. Because if you don't research what I'm saying, it will seem like I'm coming off 18 specific people. Just research what I'm saying. That's why I showed the Suriname and have the conversation of that, because I wanted to show you everything what is required in order to reach certain places. So please understand what I'm giving you rather than jump into just be upset for no reason, because sometimes I am not saying anything bad. I'm actually saying factual things, but you just don't take the time out to research it. So research it first, people. All right. All right, know yourself, big up yourself, all right? Big up yourself. But I know that I'm talking the truth. And believe me, in the next 2 years, just like when I just started, you guys usually burn me out every time. And then you came back around, you're supporting what I'm saying. So believe me, if we keep on doing the same thing, test the metal of people, and you will learn soon. All right, so big up yourself, Christopher. El Salvador in the building. Yeah, man, thanks for the support. Pastor, thanks it again. We will do a next one when we can take more calls and everything, all right? Yeah, man. So take care, people. Smash the like button and we're out. Bye-bye.